Alright, everybody. Turn this down a little bit. I just, when I was looking up breakcore music, down a little bit more. I like this song. Where am I going? Where am I going? There we go. Yeah. Hi, Kyrez. I've been doing fine. I've been making like a couple, like small videos on the channel, so I was somewhat busy with that. I got a little bit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was like looking up breakcore, like music, and I was like, oh, is there some breakcore music where you can actually like use it on your own stream without worrying about copyright? And I found this one person who does it, and I'm like, oh hell yeah! It's kind of like the vibe I like. To see, did my mix it up chat? Yeah. Okay, stream emotes is working just fine. I'll let the stream emotes do its thing for now. I forgot to boot up mix it up, rip, but like if that's the case, I can still see mix it up if it doesn't show up. We'll see. Sorry, I just woke up a little bit ago. I was gonna be on sooner. But my cat had her like paws on my feet and leg, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't get up. No cat cam for now, because they're currently at the front door. Also, I'd have to move my webcam because I have it like in a weird position right now. So, today we're gonna be doing Tobi Peaches. Hopefully, I have the playlist correct. I don't think anyone told me it looks bad. So if I missed anything, let me know. I did try to do it in order of like what the publish date of the video was. Well, hopefully they pop by eventually. They mostly hang out with me, but like my fiance is what's the word I'm looking for? Not slow cooking. Smoking. Yes, it's the word. Smoking a roast for tacos tonight. Because Saturdays are board game nights. So once I'm done with the stream, I have to go make a no-bake cheesecake for him. For the tabletop tonight. Oh my god. My voice is just like not here today. I hate it. I need to do what Falgy does. You guys don't see it, but like most time before stream, he just sings. He just sings to like warm up his voice. So like if you pop in, you'll just you have to sit silently, like sit there and wait for Falgy to finish his singing before stream. Oh, I do have a I don't know if I'm gonna do it at 100 subs or on the way to 100 subs. I think like if my schedule gets like clearer with like how busy I am, I'm gonna do like an animation like stream at 100 subs. Yeah. I'll do that. 100 subs. I'm gonna do an animation stream because there is a I don't. So someone we watch, not Falgy, did some singing during like a game, and I thought it'd be funny to turn it into like a like little animation. And yeah, that we'll do that for the 100 sub stream. Also, I haven't done any like animation in a long ass while since like last year, and that's not it, and that's can't be on my channel because of was for a former client, unfortunately. And I don't think I didn't record it, so I can't even put the progress stuff up on anywhere. Which I should probably do next time I do animation, because like I used to watch some animation people because like the whole animation apocalypse that happened like so long ago. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, so having short videos is no longer muy bueno. So what people were doing is just recording their process and putting that in along with the animation. Oh, I am familiar with the ducky thingy. Just do sent me that in Discord, and I'm just like, oh, please kill me. Excuse me. But also today, let me see. What's up? Oh god, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. As we're going through these, I'm gonna be like grinding Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like usually I'd be doing drawing, but I'm like, man, I haven't got much gaming done, so I'm gonna try to do that. Yeah, I remember it was like there was always like a period with YouTube where it's like, okay, everything's okay with how people are doing stuff now, but then all of a sudden it's like, nope, that no longer works. It's time to completely change what you do, or the genre you work in just dies. Give me a second. This name of the Chronicle X, you have to like log into a lobby or create a passcode thingy. So I'm just gonna. There you go. Let's do that. Modeling. If I was a bit more like awake, I would do that today. But I'm gonna do model building on just my Sundays, my Sunday mornings model building, and you continue with the Zoid, and hopefully. The Zoid one's gonna be like a multi-part one, unfortunately. But I'm having fun with it. It just taking me a while, just because of how thick that fucking book is. Yeah, like I wonder if someone ever did a retrospective, I guess you would call it, on like the eras of the adpocalypses, or like the shifts in just the shifts, like the choices that YouTube made that like basically fucked over people in like the different eras. Oh man, Santi, yeah, I know how you feel. I have Aquilion Terminators built. Just need to get them painted now. I'm gonna look up what that is. I don't know what Aquilion Terminators are. I'm gonna look that up. Warhammer. Okay. My roommate had a friend over 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. And they like popped into my office and we like chatted, and they like told me about Warhammer, and they showed me a couple of their models that they painted, and he said like, oh, and she was like, oh, I made this one trans, and they just like zoomed in. Like it's like really pretty. Like how the hair all like paint like white, pink, and bluish, and then like uh what's it? I was just like looking at like how they painted him, like, oh my god, that looks really fucking good. I think like okay, so like if everything goes well when I move, I think I may get into Warhammer. That depending on how much money I have, because like I have to get the paints and stuff. Because I have acrylic paints for painting canvas, but like I would have to get paints for like painting miniatures. Just use it. Oh, okay. That's the cheat code. Cause yeah, they were telling me like about like how they like kit bash their Warhammer stuff, and I'm like, oh man. We got into like kit bashing when it comes to like Gundam, like the new Gundam, and like whether you'll be able to kit bash the new Gundam just because how different it looks and everything else. Well, I don't have a 3D printer right now. We'll see how bad the tariffs are in a year. Womp womp. I think it's just like Zanti is like what's the word I'm looking for? Like I just makes your brain go brrr, and then you're able to like kind of power through your own sort of like inability to sit still. Like I can like I have a hard time sitting still through movies, but like if I'm like watching a YouTube video, I'm like completely fine. I'm gonna change my screen. Oh, I got moved. I gotta move right here. Oh, I need to fix this. I can't see any of you guys. Let me see. So, Mixed-Up isn't working today, but Stream Elements is fine. So, give me 1 second. Oh, that's fine. I was like, why is Stream Elements being like this? It's completely fine. Let me just, I had to get a black bar or some kind. Oh, a source. There we go. I'm gonna move it here. Move it. Move it down if it'll let me move it down. No, I don't want you to be under capture. Come on. There we go. And then we're gonna change the color. There we go. Bam. Perfect. Oh, hi, Reddish Drummer. Nice to see you. Hi, Blurda. Hi, Nintendo Mail. Oh, yeah, oh, you mean this on the... No, it's just... this on the left is just, like someone's breakcore music they made. On the right, on the bottom right is Xenoblade Chronicles, because I have to do grinding, and I'm like, you know, we're gonna be suffering through the Tobi Peaches drama. Might as well just, you know, just take that time to play some games. Take me a second. Make sure I'm not accidentally... Okay, so I don't have the audio from the game playing. But... Okay. Alright. Okay, so I have to turn it off. Then we're gonna go here. So what I have right here is, okay, so the first one is gonna be Hopeless Peaches, Hopeless Peaches allegations. So this is a re-upload. I believe this is the correct, this is like the oldest one, so I believe this is where I start. And then like content meltdown. Hopeless Peaches allegations. It's Tobi, then Hopeless Peaches, Tobi. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, what? Oh my god, let me clear my throat. Okay, sorry. Apologies for that. Just let me know if I'm like coming at this wrong or I missed something important, because like I tried to grab as much as I could. I don't know if like the fall of the art commentary community may be like too broad. No, don't say the ducky thing, please. I pick you. Nah. Like, okay, so you get Gilpoo. That's where the ducky thing is in this one. So, and then we have, I believe, at the end, got the Loud Convoy one, and Just a Robot, and then the Unexpected Turn Tobi Peaches, Just a Robot, da 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 da. And then I have, I don't know if Beckett's one is just like a summary of everything that's happened. And then the final, How to Lose All Credibility by Amos. The Fall from Cecil covers a lot. Do I don't think I have that one on here. Let me look that up real quick. Let me turn this music on and I'll look that up real quick. There, you put it right there. There we go. Look that up real quick. Oh, the failed coup. Is that this one? Wait, can we go back? Oh, I have this one. I have Cambridge Computer Archival Senate / Barrel. I don't know. Or Rosa Last Stand. No, this is Rosa Call. Never mind. Look at the wrong thing. Let me see. Okay, Dante's for instead of Dante spitting all his enemies, and especially on this jar running up to dead traumas and gloating. Oh god. Cecil McFly, thank you. Thank you so much. Did I put that on here? Yes, you did. Okay, I have it right here. Okay. It's right here. The 4-hour one. I mean, we'll probably be able to get a little bit into that one. It's gonna be a 2-parter, 3-parter. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, enough chin wagon. Let's get into this. I'm trying to stand. I mean, I could okay. I'm gonna actually leave the music on as background because like I like I like breakcore. But if it gets like a bit too confusing, I'll turn it down. Okay. Valleys. Oh, okay. That can always be for another day. Like, I assume this drama is very, very important, but oh, you guys are fine. You don't have to look at it. Like, I appreciate any like info you can give me. I really do. So like, if it's inconvenient to help, like do anything, don't worry about it.
Recently, prison mate Luke has made 3 videos with accusations against me. One of which was at the tail end of the Tobi drama, which was responding to the creator Just a Robot and their video. Then more recently, he has made 2 videos solely on me. For better cohesion and personally for everyone's sake, I'll be responding to the 2 videos separately. Even though the videos are by the same person, they include quite disjointed accusations, and I don't want to lump these 2 creators Luke mentions together.
Thank you, Kairos. You're fine, Auntie.
2 parts, however, as stated, with how complex a lot of this is, it is the only way to fully cover everything without missing anything out. So the first video is in response to how I reacted to his reaction to Just the Robot's video on the Tobi drama. Personally, I feel Spock dealt with that drama pretty swiftly, and Jar himself responded to most of Luke's video, so I won't go into that here. Instead, I will link both Spock and Jar's videos below if you...
Okay, dumbass question coming in here. Okay, this person talking is Hopeless Peaches, correct? Assume, like, with the accent.
Want more information on all that. At the end of his video, he goes into a tweet I made on Twitter and claims it was suicide baiting.
Well, you say, are you going to be taking a break from the drama and
okay,
comments and all that,
okay.
which is fine. If you need a break, you need one. I'm not saying you don't have mental health problems, but you would constantly come back to post more things and beg for sympathy. And when you were getting genuine criticism for all the garbage you've done, you decided to suicide bait your audience, going off the grid for hours to make your audience worry that you're
okay.
And guess what? 2 days later, you were back to making tweets again. And when you don't want to deal with the criticism, you say your mental health is acting up again and how you're going to get away from social media. But when it goes away, you come right back to it.
Now, I feel Luke misspoke here, as I highly doubt he took such a vague goodbye tweet as a way of encouraging suicide. What I believe he meant was that I had faked suicidal tendencies and used mental health as an excuse for drama. Not only that, but he has gone on to say I did this to hide from criticism. Firstly, at this point in time, it would make very little sense. Thuman's video first mentioned me in the Tobi drama on the 6th of October, and I agreed with that criticism. My tweet I gave out when I wished to commit suicide was quite a lot later, at the end of October. Despite a few rumours of racism and rumours of harassing Omnia and Kai, which is not true, the initial criticism of getting involved in the drama was perfectly justifiable. I even made an apology post for Omnia, where I stand...
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry for everyone I have hurt. During the Tobi drama, I was hoping things were going to be properly ironed out due to my negative experience with Tobi. I was rooting for Omni and Kai. However, when things became sour, I got a lot of anxiety. The leaked DMs and the threats present in Omnia's video set off a lot of anxiety with me. I don't want to go too much into it, as Omni and my private conversations are for our business only. Sorry. I'm not like letting my party members die. I don't want to. Okay. But we didn't end on good terms after me bringing these issues up either. I had already made my comments on Harsh's video. Okay, I don't know who Harsh's is. Harsh's video, which was just more me being upset with myself. I didn't see the issue with the leaked DMs earlier due to my biases. In the reply chain, however, yeah, I was heated. I apologize for that, Omnia. My intention was to never attack you or make you feel attacked. A few things were misunderstood, like me saying I spoke to them personally being misunderstood as me pretending I knew every personal thing about them when I really meant simply I had spoken one-on-one instead of just seeing through videos. I neglected to correct this error, which only led to more bitterness, which is also my fault. The comments underneath Omnia's calling me racist made me feel attacked, so I just didn't even think of the possibility it was misread. Okay, so what does this say? Not to say I wasn't overly emotional elsewhere, which yeah, I was. Okay.
By all the criticism on commenting on and being tense on drama I really had no reason to stick my nose into. I know Luke later states that by criticizing his point on me suicide baiting, I am going against this apology. That is very untrue. Not only are Luke and Omnia two very different people, but both by mental health, and my criticism on his mention on my mental health were not related to these actions or the drama as a whole. Secondly, nowhere within this tweet do I specifically mention suicide. Actually, most people would and did see the tweet as me leaving Twitter, which I should have done a while ago. This isn't to turn around and say I never intended suicide. That was true. I did. However, I more mean to bring this up to discredit the faking of suicide or suicide baiting portion of his video. To fake suicide or use it for sympathy, I would have had to tie it closely to the drama, which by the time scale is close but by far no cigar. I would have also had to make it far more blunt that I was intending suicide in the first place. Actually, I can discredit the allegations of faking suicide, or at least give a lot more defense than Luke could for his allegations. 2 months ago, I made a community post after my argument with Omnia. I realised I was being very irrational, yet at this point in time, I was not in good stead to talk to Omnia yet, which I expressed in my apology post. As well, considering with how the drama played out in the end, it's pretty apparent I can't manage myself when I get into these depressive episodes. In this community post, I mentioned how I was going to seek professional help, which I did. I rang my doctor and I was prescribed an antidepressant sertraline.
Oh my god, why would you, why are you oversharing your medical history with people online? Don't do that.
Which sadly, due to the pandemic, has been slower than anticipated. Since my depression started from childhood depression, it is quite severe and according to studies, doesn't react to medication as well as if it was a newer condition.
Your childhood experiences may have an impact on why you may be suffering from depression now. People who become depressed at a young age tend to experience more severe symptoms and are less receptive to treatment because of how long they've gone without help.
One of the many side effects of this drug was suicidal tendencies. As mentioned in my apology post, where my suicide attempt was only even mentioned due to Luke's video already being published, my attempt or my still lingering feelings of self-destructive behaviour is not due to Omnia, Luke, the comments I got from Thuman's video, which I've since spoken to Thuman and realised that was never her intent, so don't blame her for that. Not even my groomer has the power over me to make me feel that way.
Whoa, wait.
I apologise for my tweet.
Wait, who? Wait a minute, who's the groomer? There's a groomer in this? Is it who I think they're insinuating it is? Maybe. I don't know.
I know it would have worried a few people, and I do deeply apologise for worrying you. However, to be truthful, I can't bring myself to regret it. That tweet did save my life. I was able to actually get help. And now in future, which I pray it doesn't even need to happen again, I know who I can talk to privately, who I can trust, and how to manage those feelings in the future. Anyway, after his video, I was quite upset. At first, I fully believed him, and it fucked with me a lot. I started to believe that I had only done it as a cry for help, as though a plea for help is manipulative all in itself. I believed I was a disgusting person, as I already had a lot of regrets for even talking about the Tobi drama the way I did. And now this was said. The fact that I was talking about the Tobi drama also neglected to even tell me of Luke's accusations, and I only found out on my own when my subs started to drop and I received comments. I also
you're very real for that.
As though it was believed by everyone. Luke made the point in a follow-up video that I didn't receive any sub loss due to his video, nor changed anyone's perception of me. I don't care about subscribers, and honestly, growth is very stressful to me. But yes, to clarify, people did leave. It was after my apology post and my statement against Luke's allegations where people who left due to the drama came back. My last 2 videos made around this time also just did well and brought newer people in. My point is, my channel did not suffer in the end. It would be an obvious lie to dispute. It was the fact that I myself felt hurt and upset by the allegations, and it started to pain me a lot. So
okay, I'm gonna ask this real quick in case you guys know. Like, okay, we keep on referring to the Tobi drama. I assume when I get to past her video, people are actually gonna talk about what the Tobi drama is. So I assume that this one will talk about what the Tobi drama is. But like, it just being referred to as the Tobi drama is like, how fucking bad is it? No one's gonna say the Tobi drama, which blah 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 happened. I am gonna speed this up a little bit. Like she's talking at a fine pace, but I'm like, we got other videos when you get through. I'm like, girl.
I came to Luke after my apology post and before.
Oh, of course. As soon as I put it,
so
1.5, we have DMs. Okay. So this is to Prison Make Luke. Assume the one on the right is her. Hello, I saw your video responding to Jar. I want to ask about your video and, well, the conclusion you had about me. The last time I had been directly involved with was my argument with Omnia. I had gone into that in my community and Twitter post that you are tagged in. That was over a month ago now. Since then, the only time I have been really brought... Sorry, I'll read that again. Since then, the only time I have really brought it up was in relation to allegations of racism and being friends with Tobi. I'm sure you must know neither of those things are true.
To Luke after my apology post and before my statement defending myself against his claims.
Okay. Last time I have tweeted at all about the situation was on the 18th of October, due to, again, more bombardment of comments of racism. I didn't even mention Omnia and Kai or even Tobi by name in that post. After that, I didn't tweet or post about it. I'm sorry, I have a public post apologizing and talking about a lot of stuff that, again, you are tagged in. So I am guessing you have seen it, so I won't go into that here. Instead, I want to say how your portrayal of me in your videos was really gross. I don't believe you did it intentionally, but no, I was not faking suicide at all, nor was I suicide baiting or faking any other kind of illness at all.
I will admit, I came to Luke when I was still shaken up, so...
Okay, so I'm checking this drama. Wait. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Defending myself
Okay.
against his claims. I will admit,
Okay, so, okay, it hopped. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Okay, old lady brain. Okay, old NB brain. Okay, I feel I have been just wrongfully dragged into this drama for far longer than necessary. Thuman already covered what needed to be covered, and I just find it greatly disturbing that you not only have been following my every move, but then brought me up in a video not even remotely about me. What kills me? I'm playing Schedule 1, the Breaking Bad sim. Oh, alright. Hi, Stormy. Can I help you? Yeah, I got a cute kitty butt. Cute kitty butt. Like, don't touch me. I'm reading themes. I was gonna say, like,
I came to Luke when I was still shaken up, so I
let
will
me like
admit
go down a
full
little bit
well
more.
My wording does not portray
Before
how
I
I
talk
wanted to come
again.
across.
I'm like, girl, like, when we got to the first page, if he didn't respond to you, just stop typing. Like, why you... He does not care. He's not responding. Squeeze me. Okay. I had no involvement with Jar's video. I disagreed with a lot of points also, and I'm trying to get better with my mental health. Sending people to my channel to mass unsub and comment how I am a liar and suicide baiter because I didn't go through with my attempt is very upsetting. Please, in future, don't do this. I worry that you may not only hurt the person you are grossly misrepresenting, also trigger those watching you who go through similar situations. Please read my posts that you are tagged in and leave me alone. Thank you. Also, apologies for this being badly worded. I'm a bit shaken up at the moment. No, this reads pretty coherent. It's just this person just doesn't care because they're not responding.
I felt upset, and that I won't deny, I still am. I wanted to share how I felt to Luke, with how his betrayal and dragging me into his jar video did upset me. It made me uncomfortable that although my last tweet on the matter was on the 18th of October...
Okay, we got more digging to read. Alright. I keep having people comment on my channel how I should address a video lumping me in with quite with quite serious allegations of racism and being friends with a YouTuber I quite frankly dislike. Honestly, I don't think that will help me get better, as this month is going to be rough. So this 2020, damn. I appreciate those who have not been labeling me racist over a simple petty argument with another YouTuber, not even on race question mark, and assuming I am friends with another who has, yes, hurt me greatly myself. Oh, I don't want to attack a monster in the middle of reading this. It may seem I am not wishing to address anything, but honestly, there are a lot of misconceptions, misinformation, and more importantly, serious stuff going on in my own life that I can't put myself in a position of damaging my mental health further. I'm sorry. The betrayal. Okay, I have a question. Like, you guys, did the okay, so how long has the ACC been around? Did it really, like, crop up around? Like, is it pre-pandemic or, like, post-pandemic? Oh, hi, Olivia. Or is it just, like, people being trapped inside kind of drew them a bit cuckoo banana pants, and then that's when all the drama started coming out, because people were like, hey, we're trapped inside with all these weirdos on the line. We need to do something about this. Anyway. Kill the monster. There we go. Okay. Okay, back to video.
Where I tried to, again, defend myself against racism allegations.
Okay, before 2020. Okay, okay.
Left alone. Where I even made an attempt to not even name the people involved, so new people were not brought into the drama. Luke using my goodbye tweet, dragging it into a drama that I will never stop expressing, does not have the power to cause suicidal tendencies that I experienced due to my mental health, felt like it was clasping at straws. I say within these DMs to Luke that I do not believe he did it out of malice, and I still say that despite me fluctuating on my mood, which can make me more upset about this than my good days. Luke claims I said he had faked mental illness entirely. However, what I meant to say was that I was being accused of this based on his betrayal. I apologise for that confusion. I won't lie, the massive subpart of my DM was a spur-of-the-moment point brought on by anxiety. I had not dealt with this kind of downward trend before, and I believed at the time it would be a larger trend than it ended up being. I spoke out of anxiety, which I should have instead stepped back, collected myself, and DM'd you when I was in a more stable state. I even put at the end of my admittedly poorly worded DMs that I apologise for being badly worded. I both felt shaken up, which was true, and I didn't want to come off as too strong. I apologise if I did come off as too strong when I DM'd you, Luke, but I assure you my intent was to talk to you and have a discussion about your video, and maybe we could both come to a mutual understanding of each other. Due to not getting a response, and the fact that I felt it was in my right to stand up to myself due to these allegations of suicide,
you can't really see the kitty.
I made a community post. I chose not to name Luke in this post, as although he was tagged in my apology post, as I agreed with parts of his criticism of me, such as not coming back online when I should be on hiatus, and to be more responsible with my emotional bursts. I hope that the post being very separate, it would not stir a drama.
I love you.
Only those who had already seen Luke's video would have understood who I was responding to. That's all this post was for, responding to some of the types of allegations and comments I was receiving. After this post, nearly 2 days after I had DM'd Luke privately, he finally responded to me. Already, it was a lot more hostile than I anticipated. He latched onto my mention of him following what I was doing on Twitter to try and link to the Tobi drama.
Okay, Okay, he responded. Alright. Let's go. Okay. Just read this. Let me drink some water first. I was like, I do appreciate when they let me read the messages. Yeah. Well, Pippi's over here. It's like the void mound in the distance, but like I can't zoom in the camera, unfortunately. Right, Stormy? She's on the other side of the desk, but I can't really flip my camera around. What's wrong? There's room on the other side. Why don't you go lay over there? Huh? Okay. Okay. Hey, I didn't answer you originally because you told me not to, and wait. That first line. did Peaches not show us a DM that they sent this person? So that's a very interesting first line. Hey, I didn't answer you originally because you told me not to. And insinuating that I was a stalker. Okay, we're missing a DM here. Huh. Okay. But since you want to keep this drama going, I guess I'll just respond. I don't appreciate you lying to your audience and saying that I said you don't have mental health problems. I said you did, and if you need a break, that's fine. What I said was you're constantly throwing yourself a mental health pity party, saying that you will leave for your health, but then you would be back a day later, and then you say goodbye. Don't post for half a day and then act like you never did that. I only came to the conclusion that you baited your suicide.
I anticipated. He latched onto my mention of him following what I was doing on Twitter to try and link to the Tobi drama, where he had already used some tweets already in his first video and my suicide attempt as a way of furthering a narrative about me with...
Oh, that's true, Kyrez. I'm not familiar with him as a person, so I can only take his word in this particular screenshot because she herself didn't address the first line in this and is just scrolling past it. So I find that suspect. I don't know you. I don't know what you're like, but the way you portray me is very shitty, and I don't deserve that just because you don't want to deal with criticism. I haven't stalked you. I don't put you in the video for no reason. I didn't put you in the video for no reason. Your decision to comment because you were upset about getting backlash for all the garbage you pulled. If you don't want to be involved, stop commenting on other people's posts on the drama and stop talking about it. You're the only one putting yourself in the situation. No one else is. Sorry, I didn't see that period. No one else is. And going back and forth on the drama when it suits you isn't fair to everyone. You're hurt and lied. Okay, sorry. I can't read. Okay, maybe it's just like the formatting is weird, so I'm like having a hard time picking it up. Okay. In the game. Okay. And going back and forth on the drama when it suits you isn't fair to everyone you've hurt and lied about, including me. Okay.
Within the drama.
Wait, no.
In his first video and my suicide attempt as a way of furthering a narrative about me within the drama.
Okay. I don't know you. I don't know what you're like, but the way you are portraying me is very shitty, and I don't deserve that just because you don't want to deal with Kristen. Okay, so it's just repeating itself. Okay.
As previously mentioned, and already mentioned to Luke himself, I did misword myself. However, that was just in my DMs with him, made in a heated state. He was fully within his right to do research. It's just I personally felt weirded out.
Yeah, like, I feel like him saying that is, him going like, well, you need to stop responding to him. Like, if you made drama on somebody, they have a right to respond to it. Like...
The recent comments on the drama was not to insert myself into it, as the most recent comment on the drama was to either dispel allegations already blown out of proportion or simply expressing sympathy. It felt with him following my socials so closely, it felt unjust for him to interpret them in the worst possible way. My public statement did not address this at all, as it was just emotional paranoia when I initially DM'd him, and it did not matter whether it was true or false anyway. I also made sure to say both to Luke in DMs and in my community post that he did not do this out of malice, and he himself is not responsible for what his fans did. I wanted to only try and talk to him about the effects his wording and portrayal had on both me and other people who I saw in his comment section. So the fact he begins by accusing me of dragging out drama, purely due to my community statement, did already feel unjustly accusatory considering his claims. His first points were the ones that, if he read my apology post, he would know I agreed with him on my issues, with returning to social media when I shouldn't. So for his first part, although worded quite rudely, is a moot point, so I will ignore that. His point on me posting goodbye and then acting like I never did that was untrue, as proven by his own video. I made a tweet specifically saying sorry, and again, at this time my apology post does address this tweet and what I did wrong here. His point of not only being able to come to this conclusion is also only half of the issue that I had with him. Not only did he come to this conclusion, he did so in a public video, with him spreading the narrative that I am a suicide beta instead of simply saying the rightful criticism that I should keep the word to myself to stay offline. His other issue in his video was connecting my attempt directly with the drama, or more specifically, saying it was to hide from criticism. Bearing in mind, the timeline here would make little sense for me to do all that, then, of all times, content creators are people, and they are allowed to have mental health issues outside of internet drama, as it sadly just happens. He, as he expressed within
Yeah,
his
but
DMs, does not
you
know me,
shouldn't bring
nor
it
can-
on. You shouldn't bring it online and use it as like a cudgel to beat your audience with. Just saying.
to ask questions. Therefore, I feel it is inappropriate to comment so boldly
Are
on
the
people
people with?
who have things going on in their personal lives. The way he states I betrayed him, I would assume publicly, is being very shitty, was both hypocritical and confusing, considering the only thing I posted at this point was my apology post and my statement against his video. He states he did not deserve that just because I don't wish to deal with criticism. Okay, so again, my apology post shares that I did agree with portions of his video on me. I still do, and as stated, I am learning where to properly talk about my issues. However, yes, I also had criticism of how Luke handled the situation, and ironically, despite his main issue with Tobi and myself, being we can't take criticism, he completely shut down a more civil discussion on my own criticisms with his video. He then comes to say more things that I've already both addressed and agreed with that I've publicly stated. What I've gathered from this brief interaction with Luke, and his second video I will go on to address, is he seems to be under the impression that my one criticism with Luke's portrayal of me somehow nullifies my apology. That isn't how that works. Luke then proceeds to both prove he has read my apology post, which would indicate he knows exactly what I agreed with.
Okay. You straight up at me in your community page on Twitter, so do not try to lie to my face. Also, it is not my fault that people are upset with your god awful behavior. The fact that you're bitter towards me for having to apologize for the way you've acted is hilarious and shows how awful you are. Excuse me. Oh, okay, Kyra. So I should have, what's the word I'm looking for? I should be a bit more forgiving to this version of Peaches until we actually get to the present Peaches. And I know you have a habit of turning DMs on people because I've talked with people that have been fucked over by you, so please don't. Oh, she is. So you are upset? I apologize and agree with parts of your video, question mark. That was a separate community post. However, both you and I know this, so there is little point arguing here. It seems the only person who is bitter about apologizing is you. I have already, and I stand by it. Okay.
He said, and what others had said, which would make his continuous mentioning of this to hide from his own criticism more apparent, but that he also seemingly, from my perspective, purposely mixes the two community posts. The one where I apologised and agreed with him, and the one where I defended myself. The one I tagged him in, and the one I didn't. Whether this was to try and shut me down as a liar, or because he disliked being tagged in the apology post, or simply because he got himself confused with which one he was fighting, I don't know. He then proceeds to say I have god-awful behaviour and how it isn't his fault people are upset with it. Again, I came to criticise his unwarranted allegations against me, not to fight every criticism ever sent my way. He then also states it is hilarious that I am bitter for having to apologise, and it shows how awful I am. Firstly, as mentioned, again, as said in my community post that he admitted to reading within this DM thread, I agreed with a lot of the criticism and apologised for it. Even within my post defending myself, I apologised for worrying people. Apologising and taking on this criticism is not mutually exclusive with wishing to discuss the criticism I have with his own video. Secondly, Luke again, both here and in his second video on me, seems to use my apology to Omnia as a shield for himself, with claiming that just because I came to him on criticism with his video, that it nullifies my apology to Omnia, as though they are the same person. Luke, no, my apology to my audience and Omnia is not your apology to then say is null and void because I came to you with separate criticism that you don't wish to take. Lastly, Luke mentions I have a habit of twisting DMs against people, and how I shouldn't. I feel this was more of a way to try and shield himself if I ever released these DMs in their entirety, as it came across to both me and my boyfriend who was with me when Luke was responding to me initially, like a preemptive measure against further criticism with how hostile he was towards me. Considering in his own video he later tried to twist these DMs as a way of vilifying me. I think that seems to have been less genuine concern and more just projection. Well, that is how I perceive this, and I do believe that this drama has made everyone on edge, and I want to assure you, Luke, that although you did really hurt me, both with your video and in this conversation, even if I were to make a video, which you shared as a reason you made more videos on me, I wasn't going to share these DMs.
Oh, is that, Kara, is that what, are you saying, like, that's what prison mate Luke did? Used, that was attack dog, or you being sarcastic? Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm reading what you're saying correctly.
What I wanted to do was properly address both the rightful criticism and the accusations. Anyway, now that covers the first video and the points Luke made in the start of his second video. So he begins to start sharing screenshots of things I've said online. The first being a reply to a comment that I can't see, nor know the real time frame of, as it seems to have been screenshotted.
See. Yeah, I won't lie, to have a channel bigger than me with such a popular video with so many people attacking my character or just me outright because I didn't die is like the whole world is saying I should have.
Soon after it was made. I can assure you this was not made 20 hours before he made his video. As from even reading this, I can see that it was in a distressed state, so I would bet this was during the initial wave from Luke, so nearly a month ago. In it, he underlines because I didn't die. He later claims in his video that I told my audience he wanted me to commit suicide, that he told me to commit suicide, or that I stated he attacked me because I didn't die.
And the fact that she would go around YouTube and tell people that I wish she committed suicide is so disgusting. It's one thing to say that me accusing you of manipulating your fans for sympathy is too much. That's its own discussion. But saying that I wanted you dead is another. And the fact that you're so willing to put that out there to defame me, all because I called you out, shows a lot about you.
No, this is in reference to the only proof of faking suicidal tendencies was that I didn't die. The fact that I actually did have these thoughts and tendencies, and I had several people coming to my videos telling me that because I didn't actually kill myself, I was a liar and a manipulator, it made me feel like I was in a lose-lose situation. Either I had hurt myself, or I was a liar and a manipulator for not going through with it. That's what I was trying to tell Luke. By that saying what he did, he perpetuates the idea that people who are suicidal, who have those thoughts but don't go through with it, are liars. And again, as I said, I don't think that was his intent, or that he did it in malice, but that's what I was trying to criticize. He then shows this tweet. Was it petty? Yes. Was it a purely emotional response?
Okay. I'm sorry, but just being I'm sorry, but just being sent messages from creators and their fans all agreeing I am a suicide baiter, never apologizing, trying to hide my response, swearing at me when I try to talk, and having people who are even responding to them agreeing with them by omission, just no.
Yes. Was it a lie? Well, considering in his own video, he called me a suicide baiter and confirmed that he believed that in DMs I shared, that is not a lie. The fact he refuses to apologise or even admit slight fault is also not a lie, as proven by the DMs and the fact that he's even made 2 videos on me thus far. Swearing when I try to talk is also accurate. Maybe it could be argued no, and I could understand that wholeheartedly, as he didn't throw curse words like "you fucking bitch" or anything like that, but his messages to me did include quite a bit more swearing than a calm discussion would call for. That is, again, proven in the DMs I've shared. He then expresses how in his last video he only criticised me for 2 things. The first one was commenting on the drama still, and shows a reply of mine to Nornie.
And in my last Tobi video, I criticized her for a couple things. The main points being, if you don't want to involve yourself in drama, stop commenting on every piece of it that doesn't involve you.
Where she expressed that she was sent racism allegations, while I said that it also happened to me, and I hope
something happened to me on my content. Crying emoji. I hope you're feeling better now, though.
she feels better. This isn't me commenting on the drama for the sake of drama or to spark anything. This was simply me wishing somebody else well. He also claims his only other criticism was that I was sympathy baiting.
And I said she was sympathy baiting to her audience by not only constantly saying how she's going to be taking a break for her mental health and never doing it, instead just ignoring what she said and acting like she never posted it. She would also make really serious posts on Twitter saying how she's done goodbye, went offline for half a day, and then acted like it was nothing afterward. And I felt like that wasn't fair to her fans, and I called her out for it.
Okay, so yeah, if you're only half listening, he sounds like he's telling the truth here. However, if you pay attention, you can tell he's changed his allegations from suicide baiting to sympathy baiting.
And when you were getting genuine criticism for all the garbage you've done, you decided to suicide bait your audience, going off the grid for hours to make your audience worry that you hurt or killed yourself. And guess what? 2 days later, you were back to making tweets again. And when you don't want to deal with the criticism, you say your mental health is acting up again, and how you're going to get away from social media. But when it goes away, you come right back to it.
The points I agreed with, he kept in his video. But the very serious allegation, the only one I had an issue with, he seemingly sweeps under the rug here to make it sound like he did nothing wrong in this situation. This is very manipulative to do this, as it comes across that you both know you made an error in your previous video, but choose to change the narrative within this video and neglect to accept that. He then claims that I apologised, which is true, albeit showing only a section of that apology. Honestly, if people want to read it, it's still on my community post, so I have not too much issue with that, I guess. He, however, then spins my criticism of his suicide baiting point, the same point that he even hides from this video, is somehow me being bitter about having to apologise.
But that's not where it ended. She kept going on about it. And not only that, instead of being sorry for what she did, she turned really bitter about having to apologize and started lying about me, where just a few days later turned from an issue she had to work on and improve.
I am still trying to change. I know I should be off the internet, but I guess being fully alone also sucks. A rock in a hard place, I guess. Again, I do apologize to Omni and Kai and apologize Morgan for the fact that I waited so long to say it. I want to become better first, get over whatever this is, but it is definitely harder than I assumed, so yeah, I should have just apologized straight away instead of hiding. I never intended to make you feel attacked. I know how that feels and it sucks. It really fucking sucks to feel attacked. That was never my intention. I feel attacked too in this situation, so I guess it was a whole lot of assumptions and, well, yeah, things snowballing into... Hey! Ma'am, can I help you? She knocked off my candy on the floor. Well, not candy, but my biscuit breakfast thingy. Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you be so angry? Why you angry, kitty? I lost my place. I'm sorry. It was never my intention. I felt attacked too in this situation, so I guess it was a whole lot of assumptions. And, well, yeah, this thing snowballed into something it never needed to be. I'm really sorry. I'm truly, okay.
It turned into me being this awful person who was throwing around accusations.
Oh boy, more reading. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Blair. I'm like... One second. Why do I get fuzz on my arm? Okay. Like, even if she was just like, oh, I'm just gonna... not interact with, like, YouTube, I'd probably have been better. She could have just stayed in her, like, little community and just not venture into those spaces where people are gonna be mean to her. But, you know, some people just can't help themselves. It's because, like... You literally can just lock yourself off on the internet. It's not like... There's a reason people said that people exist in bubbles on the internet. You can do that to yourself. Okay. Give me a second. I'm like, ugh. Sorry. Dead air. Dead air. No, I don't agree. I don't disagree with that, Blarna. Hi, cool anime girls. Okay, so me back to reading this. Okay. Due to these tweets and the fact that I didn't go through with it has caused allegations of me faking suicide and suicide baiting. I have lost subs already due to this video, and I have had a lot of comments about me or at me, calling me manipulative, a liar, everything in between. I don't believe that the guy who made the video said this stuff due to being intentionally malicious. I feel it was all just being heated and interpreting me in the worst way. Stormy, can you please stop? She's just like tapping my little biscuit thingy. I feel so much worse. Okay, but it's like all being heated and interpreting me in the worst way. But I can't shake this. It feels so much worse than anything else. It hurts to know that well because I didn't die that day. I am seen as a manipulator and liar. Again, that's not what he wants. Sorry. Again, that's not what he wants or anything at all. It's just how my brain is perceiving it because no, I am not mentally well right now. That is kind of how a brain like mine and probably others like me would perceive this. Though I do not know. I need to remember that that can't be the truth. I hope not. Excuse me. It's made me feel like I can't talk to anyone, trust anyone. I even started to believe in these accusations myself until a kind person came to me and help me through at least understand myself and hate and hate myself a bit less. To that person, you know who you are, thank you so much. I am still very shaken up and probably will be a lot more reserved after this ordeal. I again just want to post on this matter due to it being public and potentially hurting others. Okay, I'm begging you, just squeeze it like a little, like shrink it a little bit more so it's not in the bar. It's hard to read when it's the bar.
That were ruining her career.
I would not mind, however, even in my DMs to Luke, I clearly expressed that I stand by my apology and still do. Just as I stated previously, Luke's main narrative within this video is that because I had a problem with one aspect of his video, that means the whole apology was null. He mentions that I went from saying I have issues I need to work on to saying he is an awful person who was ruining my career, all while sharing another cropped part of my community post, conveniently leaving out the part where I take responsibility I need to take, and also sharing that I don't believe he was being malicious. Also, I cannot stress this enough, that YouTube is not my career, and at this point in time, where I am right now, I don't want it to be my career. So the fact that he is saying that I am saying that he ruined my career, or that I'm even referring to it as a career in the first place, makes no sense. I'm a university student for maths. I feel moving forward, as I have already proven that I have lost subs during his initial video, and I made this post while I was still losing those subs, this was not a lie. However, this was more of a point to bring across that I was upset with why people were leaving. The amount of subs a person has does not directly mean a career. For me, this is not my career, it's a hobby, and it is not the thing I care about. I care people left feeling I was a suicide baiter. Another point to note is that he brings up that I was gaining subs during this time period while sharing posts from 5 days ago from the time of his video. I understand your point here, Luke, but it would be disingenuous to both ignore both the loss and the time span your narrative is trying to create here. The fact you just blatantly call me a liar due to your own manipulative editing comes across to me as if this was done intentionally to make a point. He mentions in his video that I said on Twitter that he wished I committed suicide, yet he neither proves I ever said this at all, as well as completely, again, ignores in my community post what I said he did.
Oh, it's adorable, Clammy girls. Yeah, Kyrez. Yeah. That's adorable, Clammy girls. I wish my cats would do that. I open my arms and just climb into it. Say, hey. Stormy's like directly in front of me. I'm trying to like get her to go right here, but she like swiped at me. I'm like, all right, I'll leave you there. Okay. The audience wants to see how adorable you are, but I guess not.
Not do this out of malice. I find it absolutely disgusting that you would throw this accusation in here, as what you are saying is incredibly hurtful and is not a laughing matter at all. In no way have you wished I committed suicide, nor have I stated as such. This feels like both of twisting words and just baseless accusations to further the narrative within this video. You took a comment where I was somewhat vague, where I said people were telling me that I was a liar for not killing myself, and it seemingly seems that you took it to mean that I said it, despite the contradictions that I've already presented to you. Later after this, he goes into our DMs. Not only did he say that I was grossly misrepresenting him, as well as stating he never misrepresented me, but then he chalks what he was doing in research. Throwing a baseless accusation about suicide baiting is not research, and according to even this video, you lack in the research department. He states I would leave him alone, but then continued to tweet about him. Continued? But the tweet you showed as proof I continued was my first thread, to defend myself against your criticism. He cuts the rest of this thread, but even just by lining up with my mirror community post, and the very blatant fact that it says thank you to reading at the start, it is the very same statement that I gave out. For clarification, my Twitter thread was posted before my community post, and both were posted within minutes of each other. My community post was more of a cleaner version of my Twitter post due to Twitter's restraints. To say this is quote-unquote still tweeting about you, Luke, either means you did not do research onto this at all, or you are again using manipulative editing to twist the narrative. He goes over again both the DMs and tweets that I've already gone over. He then shares when I DM'd him again, so I will go into that, and these DMs seem to be what sparked him to make this video in the first place. I DM'd Luke a bit after the Spoctor video.
Oh, okay. Hello, I'm hoping since the drama is now properly over with, Tobi... Okay, so I'm hoping since the drama is now properly over with, Tobi and others, that maybe you would be more willing to listen and understand my point of view. What you accused me of in your video was very hurtful, as not only did you lie about my mental health and accuse me of very disgusting things such as suicide baiting, lying about the severity of my liked illness, you were also aided in spreading a very negative stigma around mental health. I'm asking once again if you could either add a correction and delete that part of your video. I don't think just silently deleting it would do much good, on its own, considering the things people now believe I am due to your video. That's reached over 150k people.
As although my channel had stable.
Oh, okay. Thought there would be scrolling. I don't expect us to be buddied up at all. I just want the drama to be properly over. I don't want to have to make a video if I don't have to. Also, I already just want this to be over.
And things seemed okay. I still had some people spreading the misinformation that Luke gave in his initial video. I was still also very hurt, and honestly, if I lost every subscriber but the pain was a fraction of what I felt after Luke's video, I would have been much happier. I reached out after the Tobi situation ended, as I had previously stated in my community post and in this video. I felt Luke acted on adrenaline and didn't mean what he said. I wished to talk to him and to let us understand each other. I'd hoped that since it was over, he would be a lot more willing to talk than the first time. I had been shown that he has done things like this as well in other situations where he makes videos in the spur of the moment while showing misinformation. And I personally don't want to ever believe that people ever purposely do this, so to see that he has a track record of this, I decided to try and not see it as too personal and just try and see if we can talk now that the drama was over. I was mulling over making a video on the situation myself with an apology for my tweet and to defend myself against the claims Luke made, after feeling dismissed and isolated after those claims, but I wished to see if I could talk to Luke to sort things out privately, as I didn't want to make a video on all this. I apologise if what I said came across like a threat, but you need to bear in mind that if you see everything that I say to you as the worst possible interpretation, you need to also start making sure that what you say and do doesn't have such a bad interpretation also, and be willing to understand when people do come to that conclusion. Namely, with how hostile you were in our DMs, and with the suicide baiting comments you made about me. As I said, I don't believe you did this all out of malice, but the amount of twisting of the truth within this video makes it harder for me to see it as anything but. I am hoping that this is all down to you misinterpreting this as a threat, and if you did, I apologise. Anyway, let's get on to the meat of the video. What time are we at? Yeah, there's a lot. This is why there's in 2 sections.
Okay, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm fighting this enemy by myself, and I'm like, where the fuck are the NPCs I have? Like, where are they? Where'd they go? Oh my god. Okay, are they... did they teleport? That's so fucking weird. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like, I was like annoyed because it's taking me way too long to kill this enemy. Oh my god.
The claims by Creepshow Art. Now, I used to be friends with Shannon, but after one too many times of her doing things on her social media that seemed vindictive,
oh boy.
and after I came to her a couple times for it, after the last time when my criticism was ignored, later for her to then make a tweet saying how she will listen to her true friends, while naming somebody who was backing up this vindictive behaviour. It felt like too much. It felt like a slight to me that I came to her, trying to be honest with her, and it felt too much. So, whether it was right or not, I softened.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles X Killjoy.
As I looked up to Shannon, and she inspired my channel with how it is today. Something that I still say, even after all the drama between us, even after she had publicly stated things about me that weren't true.
But quite a lot later, at the end of 2018, I finally started actually making proper videos. Slightly before then, I would do little speed paints here and there just to prove art was mine when I would posted it on Amino and etc, etc. Very, very lazily slapped together, really, just like, hey, this is my art, blah, 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 blah. But near the end of that, I met another YouTuber called Creepshow Art, and she made a lot of discussion topics.
I just love that Krillcast. Oh, it's a cute little name for it
on her channel, and it kind of inspired me to do my own thing, because before then I would see like,
oh, my brain. I was like, go krill yourself. Oh no.
Storytime animators and other storytime speed paints, where not to bash on anyone, because obviously this is a nice personality to have, but when they're like very nice and well spoken and very soft and nice, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute, but I'm not like that. I'm quite I'm quite sarcastic. I'm a bit rough around the edges, so I don't know if I should do that. And then I see Shannon, Creepshow Art, doing her thing, and she was a bit like me. She was sarcastic. She was a bit rough around the edges. She had a bit of like sass to her, and even though we're not the same person, we're like quite different personalities. But the fact that it kind of spoke to me in the way like, oh, I don't have to fit this particular mold that I've seen all the time to make storytime speed paints or art commentary stuff.
Should I have spoken to Shannon properly on this? Most definitely. Was my subtweet on her justified? Fuck no. Was it right for me to leave? After this controversy, I don't know. Shannon made a Twitter thread on a creator that was friends with her before she hit 100k, and then this friend later ran around telling people she was psychotic.
Okay, so let's see. Before I hit 100k, I was friends with another creator. This creator later spread lies about me. told people I was psychotic and I screamed at her, and basically poisoned potential friendships with other people in the art community. The fact that I still have people coming to me today letting me know that they have been told these lies about me fucking sucks. Like, I can't empathize. Oh, Pippi, stop. Oh no. She's trying to climb over something and she got stuck for a second. Hi, Mr. Gamer. Okay, I got distracted again. No. Okay. They let me know that they have been told these lies about me fucking sucks. Like, I can't emphasize how much it sucks to hear people I like think I'm an unwashed based off of fucking lies.
And that she'd screamed at them. I later found out she was talking about me. She came to Luke to support him on this video and give permission to use this story against me. So first of all, I want to dispel the rumours that many people got from Shannon's poor wording and what Luke said in his video. Many people took this as me hurting Shannon when she was a small creator and tried to ruin her career before it even started. This can be blatantly proven false with the fact this all happened this year, where she is much bigger than what people believe she was when this all started.
Peaches and Creepshow used to be good friends. Creepshow even shouted Peaches out early on in her YouTube career when Peaches made a video about drawing like Creepshow art, and they started talking and became friends. Well, later down the track, they did a video together that didn't do as well as they expected, and Peaches, instead of being grateful
Okay. Did I... One second. Okay. This video made me cry in a good way. The fact that people like my videos is bonkers to me, and I don't know what I would start.
like Creepshow art, and they started talking and became friends. Well, later down the track,
okay, we were friends for months, and then we did the collab, and then it didn't go well. She got upset about it, but we were still friends. She made up an entire scenario where I was mad at her because of the video, though, and tried to convince me later that I had been mad. We were so good after that until I made my Jaclyn Hill video. Then she told me she didn't like the video and felt I came off as a bully, and then I disagreed. She soft blocked me, muted me, and started poisoning negative shit about me.
they did a video together that didn't do as well as they expected, and Peaches, instead of being grateful to do a collab with Creepshow, got upset with her for something that she couldn't control. Peaches made up this lie that Creepshow had gotten angry at her because of the video not doing well, and when Peaches got mad at Creepshow for her Jaclyn Hill video, instead of being a friend and not letting it ruin her friendship with her, she soft-blocked Creepshow and started vaguely tweeting about her out of spite. And not only that, Peaches decided to ruin Creepshow's reputation in the art community, telling people that Creepshow had yelled at her and was just losing it at her, poisoning Creepshow's reputation while she was still just a small channel. She was below 100,000 subscribers when this happened.
The story Luke makes out in his video, with the messages by Shannon giving her recounting of events, is that while Shannon was still under 100k subscribers, me and her did a collaboration. Then, after the video did not do very well, I got mad at Shannon for it, tried to gaslight her into saying that she was the one mad with me, and then later down the line, as the story goes, I got mad at her for the Jaclyn Hill video, and then blocked her and kept tweeting a lot of shit about her. And then told Toby that Shannon full and screamed at me, which was then made inspiration for the Faults of Creepshow art video. I honestly do not recall if she was under or over 100,000 subscribers when we did our collaboration, but from my recollection, she was over 100,000.
Hi, Pimenta.
The collaboration for one,
How you
which
doing?
many suggest, was not my idea. The notion I did this for views is very upsetting. We did a collaboration when she tweeted out that she needed content while she couldn't make videos, and she even came to ask me directly if I wanted to do something for her. Since her Twitter has been deleted, I can't very well go and get that tweet. Instead, I'm just showing 2 DMs between me and my friend who also remembered this actually happening. And yes, I am cropping out my own name on Discord because it is my personal account as I've been away from my more public one. Considering the ONIP situation at the time was something I wanted to talk about, but also had no room for it on my own channel at the time, I made the video at her request to help a friend out. The video did less well for her channel, but honestly, I didn't even notice at the time. I was too busy being starstruck that ONIPS even saw the video in the first place. And I say that not to make it sound like, oh, I care about the fact that, oh, people are seeing my video. I more say it because it's very contradicting evidence. If I was in it for the views or fame or something, why would I be mad about a video that had somebody who I liked see me? I never mentioned the views.
Oh, okay, thank you, Iris.
This is the first of many times I'm accused of something with no evidence. I don't think Shannon was ever mad at me for the views either.
Okay,
which,
where are
this was
these?
her channel,
Okay. She said she recorded, like, you took DMs with this other person. Okay, those come up. Okay, I'm like, why aren't you showing these as you're talking?
Get mad at somebody else for the views. Wouldn't it not make more sense in this narrative for Shannon to be the one to be mad at me? But no, she never was. It was simply a video to help Shannon out when she asked. And both of us were okay with it.
Also, side note, I'm kind of annoyed. Because I'm like, okay, I killed all the enemies in this area. Why isn't the quest completing? Game, please. Please, game. Don't make me pull up a guide to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
Most. I chose myself, personally, to not do that kind of collaboration again. And the only reason being is due to criticism I got from another creator about it, where they mentioned that my video did affect her channel. Namely, because it was my video on her channel, which people don't subscribe to. That's all I learned from it. The narrative that Luke and seemingly Shannon paints that I used her for views was false. During this year, so already a huge issue on the live, Shannon was under 100,000k, as Luke says in his video. Like, a few months ago, Shannon made a questionable video on Jacqueline Hill. There is no point discussing it, as she has, from my understanding, since changed her behaviour regarding that stuff, and it would be very unfair to bring that up. It was the criticism I have of her, and if she changed, awesome. Why would I bring that up? But at the time, I came to her, as I did with a few other controversies she was in, to give my opinion and say how she was coming across.
Yeah, Pimento, that's the feeling I'm getting.
Personal criticism that I came to her on a situation she seems to have overcome at this point in time. But back then, however, it came across as though although she was being polite, she was being a bit dismissive. Then after we spoke, she made a tweet saying how she will listen to her true friends about criticism of her, and then named a creator who was actively defending her more questionable actions. This is the point where I started to feel like I was being fully dismissed, despite coming to her as a friend. And it felt like a slap in the face. So yeah, even though it was very reactionary, I soft-blocked Shannon. And I was just upset. I was upset that someone who I looked up to, a friend of mine who I looked up to, was making content that seemed to have been hurting people. I spoke to my friend about it, and I did stupidly subtweet her. I do apologise for that, as it was uncalled for, definitely uncalled for. I accept that. I knew that from the start. A kind friend of mine was also nice enough to give permission to use our DMs as proof that even months ago, I have expressed the wrongdoing here. It isn't something that I'm just apologising for now because I got caught.
Oh god, drummer, I'm regretting getting to that.
Reason to bring up Shannon again. I had already mentioned wanting to change my channel away from being 4Kids Creep Show even when I was her friend. So that was not a slight on her, even though I know that at the time, it was also me just being petty that day due to it. I accept that.
I see you, Stormy.
Those two tweets were the only ones ever about Shannon. And only one of them even mentioned Creep Show art by name. And if I recall, they were made at the same time. Tobi became friends with me a good while later, and she came to ask me if I could help her with the video on Shannon. Tobi had already made tweets towards Shannon before even starting her video, and came to me on the tail end of making it. I refused to join, as I told her I had already expressed my criticisms with Shannon.
That's the one thing I've noticed, like, if you are acting like an adult and go like, yeah, I'm not gonna just stand here and take this abuse from you, I'm just gonna leave and I'll block you, you're like, shit it on. I'm like, dude, that's the most mature thing you can do. Just fucking block them and pretend like they don't exist. Anyway.
But Tobi was nice in her video, as I believe Shannon is nice herself. I've been told that one allegation that has been created was that I was a catalyst for the Faults of Creepshow art video. I really need to stress here that no, Tobi was already very well into creating her video, criticizing Shannon, even tweeting about people being scared of her before coming to me. Even though I was fair with Shannon as I was her friend for a time, even if I did criticize her to Tobi, just as I am being criticized for my faults, I was also fully within my right to criticize a creator. I wasn't hating on you, Shannon. In Tobi's video, she mentions creators criticizing Shannon, but due to her tweets made before we even spoke of creators being scared of her, as well as Tobi stating she referred to other creators in her video too, I didn't say anything about it initially. I should have, as it did later seem like I was the only one mentioned, and the one Tobi was referring to. I apologise if that's how it came across, but I do want to stress here that I am not the only creator that Tobi spoke to. I asked Tobi for permission for these DMs, but she does not wish to be involved, so I'll respect her wishes for not wanting to be involved in this. The claims that I tried to defame Shannon and ruin her career is very strange to me. Shannon and I have never been on call together, so the mentioning of her screaming at me was very strange. She never has. Even if what she meant to say was that it was through the tone via text, this still did not happen. The most I have confronted her on issues she has had with me was after her response to Tobi's video, where she spoke of me. I do wish to stress here that also, despite the allegations of me being an inspiration for the Tobi video, which again, as mentioned, I was one of the last people spoken to.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, that vibe.
I flooded the video with false accusations when she initially said that she liked the video and thought that most of the criticisms in it were fair. It feels like backpedaling, in my opinion. Anyway, after the response to Tobi's video,
yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that. Pimento, I love God Eater. It's my favorite sort of like Monster Hunter like. I still need to beat 3 and I need to finish 2. I held off beating those just because my friends were gonna play them with me, but like it's been years, and I'm just like I should just play it being myself. Like I loved God Eater 1, and I played it to death. And what was it else? I'm dying for like a new God Eater, like for real.
To try and correct some misinformation and miscommunication, despite both Shannon and Luke sharing these DMs. Neither have shown the full DMs, so here they are.
But it genuinely sucks when someone you cared for decides they want nothing to do with you and tells people about the things you've said to them privately that you trusted them with.
Hi, I have a new account due to a lot of shiz, but it's still me. I was just gonna say I saw your latest video. I saw what you said, and I can understand you're upset with us not talking anymore. But you also kind of painted me as a kind of a huge bitch, saying I was ranting and raving about you and how I was spreading private information about you to multiple content creators.
3, I really like 3 Pimenta. Like I haven't beaten 3, but like I like the way the combat feels. It feels a lot smoother compared to like 1 and 2. And please, my fingers are crossed. Please let 4 happen. I'm dying inside. I need another God Eater.
I want to try and clear some things up, as I have quite a few people who kind of hate me right now, and I feel like it was either a misunderstanding or miswording. Firstly, I soft-blocked you to be temporary. I was going through a lot of stress, and seeing you going down a road that was going so bitter upset me, and I needed distance. I told you to your face how it made me feel, and how to change for the better. I just personally couldn't watch that go on any longer. I had already said briefly about this in our last DMs before you made that video.
And they also went so far as to remove the video they had previously made about me from their channel.
Second, my Draw Like Creepshow art video wasn't taken down because of you. I have always been open about your strengths and how you made me want to do YouTube before and after this. The Draw Like a YouTuber series as a whole got unlisted and kept in a playlist. Third,
I also like Freedom Wars. My only problem with Freedom Wars is I sucked at it, so I never finished it. I played up like maybe like 5 or 8 hours of it on the Vita, and then like I love the fucking vibe of it and like how like how like dystopian but like funny in some ways it was. Like people don't know, like Freedom Wars is like this like post-apocalyptic like prison that you're trapped in, like debtor's prison essentially, and you can accidentally break rules that will get like more fines put on you. One of them is if you are, I need to remember, I think if you play a female character and you get too close to a male character, you get like a fine for for being like too physically close to another person of the opposite sex. It's very funny.
Mentioned how people kept calling me a clone of you and how I want to move on from those roots. That wasn't a fuck you to you. I was more frustrated with being called a clone, and in reality, many people worried I would come to make content like you. However, I have still had hope that you would, and can still turn that around. Fourth, no, I have not been spreading private information about you. Nor have I been bad-mouthing you to other creators. Tobi became a close friend, and she had her own grievances. I rejected going in a video against you, and I rejected giving any DMs for her to go and use. I also kept asking her if she wants to do it to be nice, because as I said, I sing your praises too. The fact that a good chunk of your video was very one-sided and kind of weird retelling of events, and saying I had just been shitting on your name to everyone I see is kind of upsetting. I'd subbed to you again, seeing you had come to change, and wanted to talk to you again. To say
right,
sorry,
thank you, Kairos. I forgot.
I don't know. I'd sent you a civil and hopeful message just before all of this too. Sending you your criticism instead of covering it myself, because I have hope for you. Sorry I left, and I'm sorry that I hurt you, but sadly I feel it's probably for the best. I see where this could be misconstrued as worse than intended. I have been told by my friend I can sometimes not articulate myself well, but all in all my point was, I wanted to correct the misunderstandings privately with Shannon that she expressed in her response to Tobi. I felt slightly hurt that Shannon said a lot of this with very little reasoning, or even ignoring my DM to her apologising for leaving before even her video went up. I have apologised for leaving, and I do understand that is upsetting. I also fully understand, initially, when you believed that I was the sole person Tobi was talking about, or that I had badmouthed you to Tobi. However, now your claims have changed to me being angry at collaboration views, that I tried to ruin your reputation, with even you or Luke painting me as the larger creator for a portion of it, and stating I had claimed you screamed at me and attacked me, with no proof of any of this.
Now, before Peaches or anyone else says that I'm faking these or something else stupid, I got these from the lady herself, Creepshow, so don't try and say these are fake.
Despite Luke stressing, this must be true, as it is testimony straight from Creepshow art, that's all it is. Testimony. I know what it sounds like is bad, I get that, but I would like everyone to notice that it is only her testimony. There has been no proof or screenshots to back up many things she's been saying. The mere fact your claims have done so much damage to me, with no evidence of me doing such things to you, Shannon, is very contradictory to the narrative that I have ruined your reputation. I asked on Twitter who the people you had claimed I'd lied to were, but very shortly after, the account was deleted. So, as this video is long enough, and I don't wish to lump two separate allegations together, I will close this video here and address the other video in due time. To Luke, I apologise if how I worded things was antagonistic, and I especially did not mean to come off as though I was threatening you, as I personally did not wish to have more public drama. I do, however, want to stress that just because I can admit fault in some of my actions, it does not mean I cannot also come to you about yours. Both sides can be at fault. To Shannon, I am sorry I left when I did, and I'm sorry it hurt. I am sure it probably did, and I don't want to say it didn't. You're a good friend to me, and I will admit it was wrong of me to leave when I did, especially with not coming to you first, to make sure that the tweet that you made about true friends was about me or not. It was reactionary. It just hurt to see you go down that path, and I'm glad that it seems that you came out of that. However, I also came to you to discuss things, as I never saw it as you intentionally lying, but just miscommunication. The fact that I was ignored, and had one of your friends even come to me to tell me how I was rude to you in DMs was upsetting. But I never chose to make that drama, because it was just hearsay. Even your friend coming to me saying that you said that I was rude to you in DMs could be complete bullshit for all I know. You know what I mean? It's just hearsay. The fact that your allegations are so damning, with no evidence other than one screenshot of two unnamed people saying they heard from somebody else that I said something, even admitting that they can't fully remember what was said, is upsetting. I hope at some point that we can
I would say, Zanti, I'd say $5 it's worth it. If you play, I say like an hour and a half and it doesn't click with you, you can refund it on Steam, which is fine. I know just a former friend now who's like really likes Monster Hunter got in here, it didn't click with them specifically, like Wild Hearts more click with them, but the third one, let me think. I don't think there's like too much plot crossover. Oh, okay. The third one. The third one. Yeah. It's like if you wanted to like let me just start with 2, I'm gonna start with 3. Like the world, there's connecting story as in with the characters. But if you're like, oh, I just want to hop into the most recent one, I'm like, you're gonna miss like a little bit of world building. But like overall, it's a very solid game. Because I can prefer games that have stories. So that's why like for the longest time, Monster Hunter was something like I only really got into when it was specifically playing with friends. And I like the new Monster Hunter because it actually has like more story to keep me going. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, for a second I was like, oh, Wild Heart sequel? I'm like, no, it's just an updated version. But like it probably will be the best version, but like it's gonna be so fucking expensive because of like the Switch 2. I have no fucking idea. Okay, so I did this mission before and I was able to get up there and I don't fucking remember how to do it now. I guess I go this way. Monster Hunter 4. It's Monster Hunter 4 Worlds. I'm drawing a fucking blank. You know, like there's like so many long running game series. I'm just like, oh man, we must be like double digits now with Monster Hunter. Yeah, I probably have to do parkour my way up. This makes me wish I had my mech sooner. Oh yeah, I get that, Pimenta. Like I never got far in Borderlands 1 because like I didn't like the whole like you get the story through like just voice clips. I would say if you're worried like, oh, your PC, I would say Monster Hunter Rise is also like a good toe dip if it's like you're worried about performance, because like Monster Hunter Rise was on the Switch first. Oh, what was Monster Hunter 4 called? I think I need it. My brain's like, you should check this out. Let me look. Let me look. Oh, okay. It's literally just Monster Hunter 4 Derp. What's this? I'm having a brain. Is Monster Hunter World also Generation? Is that 3? No, try is 3. So a lot of people have been like, once they've like, basically hit in-game. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They don't call it 5, so I'm just like, my brain's like just clubfoots around and I'm like, oh. Oh, okay, we're done with this video. So we're gonna, let me see. So, let me see. So we're gonna be going into Tobi drama, the Hope of Peaches, Tobi, and then the 4-hour thing. Long time. Yes, okay, okay. I had it on the 3DS. It was pretty good. Yeah.
I just want to get out of the way. I am monetizing this video.
Okay. Do that. Drop down for a second. Okay.
Because the people who made videos up against me got to monetize their videos.
You want to talk about monetization? Because my channel isn't big enough for monetization yet, and it wasn't even near half this when I made that first video. But that's okay, Tobi, because I'm done being late to the party. I don't need money to clown on you. It was never about that.
Apparently the 4-hour video, Cecil McFly, is a good coverage of like the ACC drama stuff. But I just grabbed these because of the published date and their order. So this is probably what we're gonna get to next week. yeah, she's in her loaf mode right now. She's in her like Angie, it's almost food time mode right now. Oh no, I have Freedom Unite. I have the was it the UMD, the little disc version.
It was about you accepting responsibility. I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and you stepped on it with this apology video that feels more like a call-out in disguise. So, let's go.
Oh god.
By two very good friends of mine are currently working on a video going over Omnia's entire video because apparently, according to them, what they've told me,
Get from a flashbang by the Mimi song.
That video is going to be coming out sometime soon. So when it does, I'll make sure to heavily promote it.
Hey Tobi, why are your friends making a video on Omnia, and why are you promoting it when you're trying to wash your hands of the situation? Kinda sus, bro. Like, this is supposed to be an apology video with some defending yourself, not starting it with a fucking witch hunt.
This video is not for the people who like to sit in little circles, ferociously and furiously typing up college essay length comments and videos, telling somebody how they don't adopt every moral that I personally have myself. This is an actual serious video. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, this is a super serious video.
No,
yeah,
I
you know,
didn't.
the kind where you make fun of people who make legitimate points against you.
Get distracted by the kitty.
I've ever done in my life is wrong, and I'm so sorry. I will never do it again.
Oh
yeah,
my
this
god.
isn't the first time I'm gonna say this. Please drop the baby voice. Oh. If it's so super serious, you don't need to put on a voice or an act or a character. Look at me. I'm in my room. It's 3:40 a.m. That's how much this is keeping me awake.
To be completely honest, I'm kind of done with everything.
Wow, bro, you're done. Where have I heard that one before?
I fucking had it. It's scummy and a little weird that me and this person had a very long conversation with them kind of playing nice the entire time and basically
fuck?
just trying to make me think that they were on my side.
Yeah, you'll see.
No,
the
guys, come
dance,
back.
but she was
Don't
never
leave
trying
me.
to be on your side. She was being friendly, but she wasn't a friend. I'm not your friend either, by the way.
I found out about Shane through forums on IMVU, and the first couple of vids of him I saw doing the blackface thing. I did not know what that
There
was.
you go, there you go.
Like, hella
Okay.
jam.
What? I don't care what Shane said or how he apologized. It's not your place as a white woman to accept his apology. That's for the voices of the people of color. But you don't care about that. You care about looking good on Twitter, right? You don't care about Breonna Taylor. You don't care about the endless...
Do you see what's going on? The fucking NPCs are running away. I'm like, come back, I'm fighting this thing, please, I beg you. Oh my god. I'm dying. I'm dying.
injustice. No time for that. You're a yaoi addict, remember?
The whole argument of this person was a full-grown adult. Your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that deals with impulse control, you do not stop developing.
Based, yaoi addict, based.
20s.
Man, do you have to bring up this first-year psych student bullshit to really make yourself
Oh,
feel good?
no.
That's great. That's cool. Yeah, Toby, do you want to do psychoanalysis? Because I'll sit here and break you down all day. I've seen your thought process. It won't take long.
But I do not, and will still not, support cancel culture.
If you don't believe in cancel culture, why are you so ready to come for Omnia's neck and heavily promote her witch hunt? Fuck you. Bro, why is so much of this apology video padded with conversation about PewDiePie and Shane? I don't care about old beef and context. Why are you trying so hard to die on this hill? You're not accepting responsibility for the things that you said. You're trying to pad your point and save face.
Better used somewhere else of somebody like Onision's a great fucking example. Somebody who has actively still acted like a piece of fucking shit throughout the years.
Look at these little blocks. They're scattered all over the video, but they're her little post thoughts. But when you look at the content of them, it really shows where her thought process was during the whole video. These little things are such a safety net. You don't have to agree on everything, but my audience, they have to agree with me on everything. So if you've got a problem with me, I'm just gonna delete it or block it. Oh yeah, fuck Onion Boy and Dobby, just in case Toby tries to say that I'm defending them. I don't give a shit.
Stop bringing up old shit that's already been addressed. Focus on the now.
Okay, I'll focus on the now. You're still super shady. Yeah, you're doing a great job not promoting him by using a dedicated section of your video to explain the whole backstory. Look at the way she structures these. In the event I do end up supporting him again, which
oh no, why you keep on spamming
next
these things?
Even in 3 little lines.
I want to see people change. I want to see people get better, and I think that should be a more normal thing. And it's really not.
Oh, that's not a normal thing? What did I say to you in my video? What was the biggest message of that video? Commentary is rooted in the idea of people wanting other people to be better. Don't parrot my words. You're more of a vulture.
Oh god.
And if you can see from right here, she messaged me first.
So like, that's it? Yeah, why are you so pressed about this? She's literally just asking permission to use a clip of yours. And Omnia also acknowledged in a following tweet that
I'm getting fucking flashbanged by fucking terrible why are you flashbanging people with music? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, Toby, if you're so desperately wanting to keep it private, don't DM it to me. Second time we converse, if you weren't ready to tell it, don't. I also miss like fucking. I just going back here. Let's see. I missed something else. There we go. Alright. I'm sorry, Stormy. I need to lean in to actually read this because I got old imby eyes. Okay. You're okay, Pippi. Lay down. Hi, Toby. I'm a fairly new art channel on YouTube, and I'm planning on releasing a video today about the faults of creepshow art and how Shannon responded to your video. I'm mentioning you super briefly, so don't worry, but I'm going to be talking about how Shannon, don't knock that over, Stormy, about how Shannon missed the mark completely in her acknowledgement my faults video. I just wanted to make sure that it's okay with you. Also, I don't have a following at all, so it's unlikely that I will blow up at all, but I just wanted to make sure I get the okay from you before releasing it. Oh, they're bathing! Oh, I also wanted to ask if I could include a clip of your video in mine, basically your conclusion of the video, where you talked about how she used to be and what she did. Okay, I'm gonna mute this till we get back to RDM, because I don't know if this is where he flashbangs me with his music. Okay, there we go. And then we got that. Okay.
Spoke to you before. Yeah, I don't think her reaching out first deflects any kind of criticism. In fact, it's a good thing. It shows where her priorities were always at. She's a responsible human being.
The rant video that I did on the drama community because it was...
Okay, we go. Omnia, no, you're good. I don't know. The thing is, I've heard like a lot of, I guess, kooky. Kooky is the emote. Like a lot of shit about you. I'm not gonna lie, laughing my fucking ass off. Like this isn't my opinion or anything. I just want to come clean and be super honest / transparent. But also, like, I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff like the Yowie thing and also supporting Shane Dawson. I mean, what's wrong with liking Yowie? Okay. Despite being a big advocate for the BLM movement, I don't know, you seem nice. And I've once watched some of your more recent videos, which aren't as, like, yeesh than most of the other people that people pull up. Like, I don't really feel that way. I just kind of want to know your thoughts. I can elaborate if you would like.
Shit video is literally like I might as well just have been drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk as shit filming this, and I'm still making a better argument than you did.
Yeah, can they? And I literally just go on.
Oh God.
To give a lot of points, and I'll let you guys read on them. And then
You're really good at looking right past whatever you said and just boom, tunnel vision right to whatever someone else said that upset you. Oh, never mind. You can gloss over
God,
what other people
okay.
say too.
Let's... Okay. Slow this down. Go back. Got DMs to read. Okay. Let me just... Be this very slow. Mute him. First they came for the Yowie. And I said something. Okay, go ahead. Don't feel like you need to either, like, that's fine. I just wanted to let you know that that's some of the stuff I heard and don't want to be awk or anything about it. Because I don't think you owe anything. I just would appreciate, like, your general thoughts. Because I know those things can get a bit messy. Okay. You know, let me just make this cinema mode. I'll adjust this because I'm trying to read this and I'm like, oh my god. We're just gonna do this. Squish the kitty a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna let them. Okay, there you go. Stop. Alright. So first of all, I've been a fan of Shane Dawson's content for... Oh no. Really, why has Shane Dawson been brought on this? Oh, kill me now. Been a zoom out time, and the majority of all his content does not include anything that is... Oh! Oh, this is why she's getting called racist, because she likes Shane Dawson, I guess. Okay. Alright. Give me a second. Let me fucking drink some water. Look, Shane Dawson's a piece of fucking shit, but like that doesn't mean the person's racist because they watch him. Okay, Jesus Christ. If that's what this is about. Oh my god, killed me now. I wish I had my glasses. Alright. Okay. The majority of all his content does not include anything that is racially negative. The thing that he had done for years ago, he's grown from that. Right now, it's just as many other YouTubers on the platform did back in the day, because during that time of YouTube, nobody was releasing those videos, and a lot of very young people in their early 20s like edgy content because that's something that was lackluster in mainstream media. Pimenta. It's like, please go back in the closet. It's the only form of entertainment back then. Saying that, however, I do think and I know that he was changed as a person. That's why I continue to follow him. And while a lot of other people have continued to follow him, it's the same thing like with Felix or PewDiePie, where the media and other people like to talk about things that were taken out of context or things that he's done in the past. He's apologized for. They don't talk about the good things or that he's done for the people or have as a person or current morals. They just use things in the past used against now. They've even, though he's apologized, addressed, moving on from it. I mean, there's way more things you could like criticize Shane Dawson for besides the racism. Like, it's fucking, the pedo vibes are strong. Oh no! Fucking scroll up. Have a good day, Chloe, my girls. It goes well for you. Toby being a real BPD girly doesn't help either, Ash. Oh, well, You know, that's just a flavor of lady nowadays. It's just a whole own gender on themselves, BBD girlies. Okay, his apologies just to move on. However, I continue to support him. Started to realize that he was wrapped up in the beauty community, which is whole every single person. So, like, I started watching Shane Dawson when he got involved, like, with Jeffree Star. And it wasn't until, like, after that point that I found out what kind of person he was, and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I'm gonna follow this guy anymore. Hi, Stormy. You back again? Making a pit stop. I'm gonna put my controller over here in case you like you get like a little spicy. You want to knock it over because I'm not giving you lunch 30 minutes early. Okay, let's go back. It's a fucking toxic. The community. It's fucking toxic, and I feel like a very backstabbing. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. And to be completely honest, after the whole Toddy Westbrook. Yeah, I remember that thing. I completely cut myself off from associating with him or anybody on that side of the internet. I'm super disappointed in all of the adults that are in that situation. Shane, Tati, James, Jeffries, the drama community, all of them. It's just so tainted, and I just can no longer be associated with it. Okay, see. Secondly, excuse me, the whole thing with Yowie, I was going to make an entire video on it, but I dropped it because after my dog passed away. Why are we mentioning Yowie and your dead dog? No! I was working on that project in the middle of him getting sick, and honestly losing something that big in my life. I honestly just don't give a shit. Don't give a shit for me. I'm a very sex positive person. When it legal rights, of course, anything underage is automatically a hell no. Under no circumstances. Oh my god, this is so. What the? Okay, I see what you mean. The BPD girly part. All right. I know. So with that being said, I would just like to say the sexual content that is made of a man and another man can be consumed or enjoyed by anybody who is sexually attracted to men, and the same goes for lesbian porn as well. What people? Okay, people were shaming people for liking Yowie in the art community. Thank God I wasn't part of the art community. Wow. I mean, this person could just turn around and go like, "Man, why are you guys so homophobic?" I'm sorry, it's so fucking stupid. Crying over here. Joined by anyone who's so attracted to men, and then the same thing goes for lesbian points with it. Any other point trying to bring up that this is giving a negative representation of gay men, however, and as a lot of boys, the content of all the couples are always different. Okay. Oh no! This is just a Fred and Wall text about Yowie. Okay. Are always different. Some are in the workplace. Some couples, the bottom, can be very aggressive or manly, and even the top can be very feminine, and vice versa. Sometimes one couple is struggling. On the other hand, one couple has recently gotten together and they're very happy. Some couples struggle with their sexuality. Some couples are happy married with a child, and so on and so forth. Boys love content as all kinds of different relationships. Furthermore, I don't really think it's super accurate. Ma'am? Story, she's pushing my mic. Yeah, this is Fuji. Sorry, my cat just like is headbutting my mic and pushing it towards me. Sorry. Ma'am, can I help you? I'm sorry, she's distracting me. That's like, I need to focus. It's about Yowie storming. You can't distract me. Okay. Right there for you. Okay. Give me a second. I don't really think it's super accurate to say that the majority of all Yowie is written by straight female, considering the fact that the majority of these authors and artists have a really huge thing with being kept anonymous. I'm also go on to say that the most likely... I mean, like, if you want to include Bara, yeah, a lot of dudes write Bara. Unless they are exclusively just talking about, like, twink yaoi instead of just bara, but, like, you know, to each their own. Oh, I'd like to know, Tobi was in the FCK and is a hypocrite too. Yeah, and I'm not down on this. Like, there's no reason for you to go this, deep into your yaoi explanation. I'm like, girl, just say, I like it, grow up. In fact, in the women I was like mentioned, but the majority of the comments and that section of the community posts that I had made, a lot of people say, oh god, people were saying that I was a straight woman when in fact I'm not. I'm actually pansexual, and I was actually married to a woman for 2 years before she passed away. What? Is that true? That she was married to a woman for 2 years before she passed away? For real, Pimenta. So I really wasn't appreciative that everybody just assumed that I was straight because it fit their narrative, and I kind of honestly really pissed off. And then when I pointed out that they said that oh, it doesn't matter if I'm pansexual or not, then no! Oh my god. Okay, so not. Then I rebuttal with them. Then why do you bring up my sexuality in the first place if it wouldn't have mattered what I was? Furthermore, I do not support people who go up and harass gay men, asking them weird questions pertaining to boys love content. I personally remember those kinds of people from the Tumblr era. I don't fucking remember that. What the fuck? What's killing me is they just cut it off so fast. I'm like trying to like I have this. Okay, we're going even slower, guys. We're gonna go 0.25. Let me can I even bring it back? I just need to be slower. Here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Does anybody remember which key is the one that like puts you back like a second in YouTube? I'm losing my fucking mind trying to. There you go. Oh, does it matter? It's pansexual or not? Then okay, Tumblr era. Okay, well, it doesn't go. Okay, so they just cut the end off. That's so stupid. Okay, even if I make it slow, it doesn't matter. Fucking dicks. It's like if you're gonna do a scroll, continue to scroll. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Well, I was like, I was on Tumblr, but I wasn't like on Tumblr. You know what I mean? Like I had it, and I would sometimes pop on for like cool art, but that was about it. Or someone did like cool like writing tips, but I didn't like exist on there. Okay. Okay, it'd be nice if this wasn't cut off, so I know what the beginning of this phrase is. This is really stupid. What we revolve like this is pre-TikTok, but before TikTok, where like they just say shit but they don't give the fucking DMs. Okay. I'm gonna turn the music down for a second, just because I need to concentrate. I'm like losing my fucking mind here. Okay, so this is Omnia. Yeah, I agree, Zanti. I recently went through my Tumblr and like was checking out and see like, man, do I need to delete anything? Really sorry about that, and I hope you're healing from that, because I know losing a partner or a friend or a dog or any person or pet significant in your life is very hard. But did they have a partner who died? Like, is that true? Like, that's just a weird thing to include in your like. But yaoi, I like yaoi. Don't judge me. Thing. Let me go in order with my thoughts, just because I think it'll make the discussion easier to follow. Yes, sorry, my thoughts are everywhere. Jesus, this is so fucking much. 1, about the Shane Shane Dawson Felix stuff. I completely get that you acknowledge their apologies and that they've changed and moved on, and they're not using the N word or blackface or any other really shitty things they've done. However, just from my perspective, as a biracial black person, I think you are really generally about supporting BLM and Black Voice. You should champion those over your own, since you yourself aren't black. Like, personally, I don't even know about the blackface and all the racially insensitive stuff Shane used to do until very recently, with all the call out stuff happening. And there are actually a point, and there was actually a point in time where I liked Shane's content a lot. I love watching his documentary style stuff. I found him to be super entertaining and oh no! Son of a bitch. Go fuck yourself, the jump cut. Okay. I found him to be super entertaining and funny, but that really hurt to see, and I looked up to him and his videos. It's okay to still support a creator while also holding them accountable. You said you had apologized and had changed, but I also think we should be champion black voices who have been directly affected by him, like Francesca Ramsey, or anyone else personally affected as much as he's apologized. Who am I or you to accept that? Like, I wasn't even cognizant enough to realize that he did, and only found out this year, and you were not the one who he imitated as a monkey or made jokes about. So, as much as you care for and love these creators, I think the people who are experienced, well, you, I'm familiar with the Yali paddle, Pimenta. I'm very familiar. Okay, so like, oh no, okay. Just start here because it's no, okay. Honestly, I always loved Shane's content from 2018 to early 2020, but after him and that side of the commentary happened, the Tati vid is what broke me. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking doing this shit again. I'm not fucking getting emotionally invested in a fucking Tati situation again. Is one second, let me look. I think Tati Westbrook was involved with it was a James Charles situation. Yes, okay. All right. Yeah, it was the fucking James Charles Tati Westbrook thing where she claimed he wanted to fuck straight men. Was very pushy on straight men. And like the her vitamin shit. Whatever. Okay. Fucking I knew that drama because I was like watching. Was I watching shit related to it? Probably. I just remember it. I'm like, why the fuck is this bleeding into the art commentary community? Jesus Christ. At least it's not grooming. Thank God. I know, Pippi. It's not grooming. It's a lot better. Yeah. You're like, Pippi's like, no to grooming. No grooming allowed in this house. Bye, sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think it would be strange for me to be like, oh my god, no, I love Atsoi. He's not being weird about online sex work. He apologized about it. It's fine. And you're just sitting there like, okay, yeah. So you're just gonna invalidate my experience because you stand Atsoi nice? Oh, I fucking skipped this. Create aside from the crypto art, whatever. Who cares? Oh, another skip. You guys, you suck, bro. Okay, you know, that's kind of how it feels like to me. At least you, who saw you supporting Shane and also being openly pro-black, and thinking, oh no! Sorry. Sorry. No. Why are you doing this to me, please? Please, me too. I just wanted to go back and see the screenshots. Okay. What? Paralyzed the dude? I didn't know that. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, I misread. Oh my god, no, he didn't. Just an example. But yeah, I think that might make your life easier, honestly, because, confused face, or something face. No one really wants to be social with Shane right now, I guess. I don't know what to think about it, because I really don't care. I just want to talk about this anymore. I kind of, like, triggered my BP. Oh my god. Hi, Ranger. We just got to her fucking Toby talking about her BPD. Like, oh man, it kind of triggers my BPD, and that's another reason why I dissociate from that side of drama. God. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't like talking about it either. It's really and so we don't have to. Okay, just gonna go back to regular speed, and you have to hear this dipshit again.
And then
You're really good at looking right past whatever you said and just boom, tunnel vision right to whatever someone else said that upset you. Oh, never mind. You can gloss over what other people say too, even when it's really important. You're gonna show the rest of the DMs where you made some pretty...
Okay, but it's personal annoyance how the word race... Okay, word racism has a lot of its meaning because kids use it as a buzzword. I don't know. It's... As well as my opinion on racially insensitive BC racism, which I also don't want to make public because it's not a fully formed opinion that I have, and I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk about seeing as I am Caucasian.
interesting
Oh, I like the little PFP.
takes on racism.
then
Oh god. Oh no, what happened? Stop.
You still don't know how to balance audio, do you?
Bro, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You just flashbanged me twice earlier with loud ass music. Go fuck yourself.
Neither do I, but hey, at least I learn, right?
No. Oh god. Fucking kill me. Okay, we're muting this asshole. I'm just gonna see if I can. Okay, it's super weird. Okay, there we go. But I'm glad I can clear up things. I'm kind of selective about who I enjoy associating with. And I'm YouTube because there are a lot of scummy creators who, like I said, only care about numbers and unless they're associating with it. After Chris Show gave me attention, it's super fucking weird. Can't say my name. Oh yeah, sorry, I got distracted. LOL. No, thanks for being patient. Lend me your perspective. I think it's important to get both sides and not just listen to the people calling you hypocritical. You have solid content and just making what you like, and the numbers are secondary. Besides, the creep show video is your claim to fame, so of fucking course people are going to ask awkward about it. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait until it gets past that the music flashbang, and we'll get back to the fucking video.
to the internet and
Okay, we're back to these. Yeah, I fucking bro. It's like you have to be brain dead not to notice the waveform fucking bounces super fucking high when you play the music loud. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let me just pause the game because actually no, I need to get somewhere safe. Let's just go somewhere safe. I was gonna play this game now, just me reading DMs. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. You have stall content. Okay. The heck, I bet you thought I was weird for sending you that initial DM after it all went down. Laughed my fucking ass off, but But here we are. I hope you don't take it that way. I just wanted your perspective on it. I'm glad you thought it was a good video, though. No, you're fine. Like I said, your DM got heavily buried since I was taking commissions through my inbox. This is why I switched to an email. Valid.
Basically trying to say that I'm a pedophile and have that attached.
What? What? Where's this pedophile thing? What?
To my name. When you
What?
legitimately, basically almost tried to slander me.
Yeah, show me the clip where she said that word. You can't, because it didn't happen.
Do I or Anya think you are a pedophile for drawing this? No.
Basically, legitimately,
What?
almost. Oh, you've really got to stack it all on there. Got to butter it up, make it sound real good. Here's slander, Toby. Fuck you.
And I didn't really understand how tagging worked, too. He's aged up from Boku no Hero, which, by the way, I've never ever watched. It didn't look like a child, so I didn't know that it was a child. He's not really...
Oh, okay. Okay, because he did the stupid-ass flashbang thing for the My Hero Academia character. I just, like, completely just push past it. I'm like, whatever, what the fuck is this? Like, oh, it's part of the thing. Maybe you should have, like, made that known instead of just going, like, let me flashbang with you, Yuzi. So, I'm sorry. I'm like, the thumbnail for this stream is very apt. Is this hell?
being sexual. It was supposed to be a dark piece about abuse.
Yeah, no one was trying to attach a label to you or anything like that. We were holding you to standards. Standards that you set.
If you think that drawing children or children that are drawn in sexual situations is okay, you're fucking dumb. You are a pedophile, or you're fucking stupid.
And by the way, it doesn't have to be sexually explicit to be sexually implicit. I don't care if it was a dark piece about abuse. Why use the caption "hit him harder"? That's just how tags work? Really? That's what you thought? That didn't stop and hit you for a second? Alright, that demonstrates either one of two things. Either you're a shit liar, or your thought process was never that sharp from the start.
Bad attention that severely ended up triggering my BPD. It wasn't really the fault of other people.
Oh no, not her BPD, guys. It triggered her BPD. This is a national tragedy. Someone call Chris Hansen.
People, like, you said something I didn't like, and then I got triggered by their comment. You better apologize.
Just drop the baby voice already, man. Like, it was even in your DMs. You couldn't break that character. It's such an integral part of how you argue. You can't just undercut someone with funny voice. It doesn't work like that. That's not how adults debate. Toby, you're not hiding behind your BPD. I think what you're doing is acknowledging it and making progress, but it's not groundbreaking enough to be making the difference that needs to happen.
Saying that, oh, her video was a meltdown. That was a meltdown video. Bitch! Ha! Bitch, you don't know what my meltdowns sound like. That's just me being very angry and annoyed.
I'm pretty sure getting angry is the exact definition of a meltdown.
Might be thinking now, ooh, ow, she doesn't want to see different views that aren't hers.
Yo, she really did watch my video, because I tell you what, that is the same voice that every girl who has ever been pissed off at me uses to mock my voice. Oh, we're moving up in the world, baby.
Because at the end of the day, I can.
Okay, Kai.
Yeah, please, do whatever's best for your mental health, but if you can think for yourself, start demonstrating some of that thinking.
Never, or would never, use my disorder as a reason to allow myself to continue to behave the way that I do without intentions of reflecting on it.
Yeah, so it's okay if it happens behind the scenes, but you don't make an effort to make it known. Also, at the end of the video, you pat yourself on the back for not interacting with tweets or anything like that, but you and Libby both went on to subtweet Omni, and not only that, you liked multiple posts that attacked Omni and supported you. So just because you didn't reply doesn't mean you didn't stoke the fire.
But people online haven't seen me in my late teens versus now. They've only seen me and my growth over the past couple of months.
Yeah, I didn't know you when you were a teen, but if you're acting like this right now when you're literally...
You motherfucker. I'm happy to provide it, Ranger. I wish my camera was a bit closer to where they like to hang out, so you guys get a better view. But like, let's just fucking slow this shit down, okay? We're just gonna kind of.
I didn't know you when you were a teen, but if
Okay. Guys, I can't. I'm fucking dying right now. Laughing face, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. When people try and shame me for doing sex work or supporting people who have OnlyFans, people who cam, and so on, these comments always make me laugh. So having OnlyFans with nude. Okay, so I'm gonna start there. That's right, guys. I've insulted and demeaned myself by putting my nudes behind a paywall. Yourself by making OnlyFans with dudes makes you the joke, not me. Or no, unless you sleep with a bunch of people, having an OnlyFans in itself is laughable. The fact that content is nudes. Okay.
you're acting like this right now.
Well, that's why I'm like, it's like you do kitty treat time as well. But the only problem is like, I can't like do, because like Stormy prefers tube snacks. Now she's had them. She's like, I want tube snacks only. She doesn't want eat her teeth treats anymore. So I have to brush her teeth because she's not eating her teeth treats. But Pippi will eat any snacks I just place in front of her. Right? Right, Stormy? They may go. They're probably gonna disappear in like 10 minutes because I have to give them their lunch and they're gonna be eating that and then deciding if they're gonna go sleep in the bedroom or under the bed or over here. It's up to them. Okay, let me just. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's not humiliating. This sex work is real work. Leave sex workers alone. Literally, Matthew 18:9. Claw your eyes out so you don't see. Go away. Wait, who's adding me? Fauci, why are you adding? Ooh. Fauci added me about something. I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. To remind myself to add that to my Coolon playlist. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that now because I know I'm gonna forget. Go here. Paste and go. There we go. Okay, that, and I'm gonna add it to my playlist so I don't forget. Save. Where's my? There we go. There we go. Bam. What's that? No, it's not tea. Like he just sent me something because I'm gonna do my stream on the Ulan City. He's just like was sending me like an extra video. I don't fucking know how long that stream's gonna be. I need to figure out when I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not in any discords right now. He's gonna derail me as if he calls me. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna finish this video and then gonna feed the cats. Hopefully these fucking DMs don't take forever again. Guys, I can't. I'm fucking dying right now. Okay, so it's still the same thing.
Acting like.
Okay, there we go. I hope that person. Why did you cover the text or social medias and comment stupid shit like this? I would never do that. I don't want to come off as mean if this is how you meant it to be, but I'm getting from the context that you're trying to imply that I'm not a good caretaker of my four-legged child. Toby, I just think you're crazy from all the shit I've been hearing you screech about, so I'm genuinely worried for this poor dog. I don't know you. Besides, for trash and share for no reason. Like, take a long. Well, I mean, like, Creepshart's a piece of shit. Pay attention to.
Right now.
Okay. The saga continues. Gatekeeping is a problem in the SW and sex worker industry. Why am I getting? Okay, there we go. Which is I face myself mostly because of my weight. Not all people do it, but a lot of girls are sick of it. We don't need bitches who didn't consult us trying to stand up for us. Don't fucking speak for all of us, bitch. I have a mouth. I will speak for myself. Thank you. Goodbye. Toby, consider you're in the 1% who sees it that way. Maybe you need your reevaluation to reevaluate your morals. We don't claim you, Lamau, a celebrity who doesn't experience the struggles of sex work and has never needed it to pay rent and need to be the face of this what the fuck's that word? Destigmatization. What? We're just gonna skip past the word. I don't know what the fuck. Discrimination. That's the word. They spelled discrimination in a weird fucking way. Based discrimination. There's plenty of people in the world who have experienced the world of sex work who have for us. Okay.
Now, when you're
I'm doing a bit of comments for sure. I'm dying on the floor right now. It's amazing how little female understand how males deal with relationships. Okay, we're not dealing with that. Okay, just moving on.
literally
Okay. That's right, guys. I'm exactly Creepshow Art because I say fuck and shit. Lol, ask my mother. I have a potty mouth since I was fucking 14. So I mean, you guys cuss and oh my god. Okay, who cares?
older than me, I would love.
That got me. I'm being called disgusted for liking yaoi, and then the person's profile pic is literally a non-con fucking MLM ship from Hasbin Hotel. Ooh. That's also kind of you're saying I'm disgusted for liking, but you have a Hasbin Hotel people have 2 non-canon shipping boys.
To have seen you back then.
I would also
Okay.
just like to clarify as I do not delete comments.
Bullshit. Because I seem to remember a community post about Trent where I made a comment concerning Minty Shit's comment. After Minty Shit's comment got deleted, and guess what happened to my comment? It got deleted too. And then I got a bunch of people.
Okay, I think she's deleting comments instead of debating. So she's like comments coward. Yes, she is. I mean, also like fucking YouTube will delete comments, so
In the comments of my videos talking about how their comments have been deleted by you. So never seems like it happens an awful lot, Toby.
Also, apparently, when you leaked our DMs, you didn't think that it was a big deal that you basically leaked a very private story about my family.
Yeah, as much as you go off on Omni in this section and Kai, they both apologized for a few things that they got wrong. And I think it's crazy that those two, in the series of a couple tweets, can show more maturity than you do over hours and hours of content. Oh yeah, you like your own tweets too, huh? I see.
But still wasn't. Again, she lied. Again, she cut off the top.
Cutting? Kind of like how you cut everything.
Okay, maybe don't refer to trans men in the coward's chest as big milky titties and then talk about a binder. What the fuck?
About your comments on AFAB chests?
Oh, Tobi had Dominator Love that died, and halfway through the video and talking about it, she started ranting at those they were in drama with. Oh, okay. Yeah, she mentioned before that like she had a dog that passed away, like in a bit back. It was mentioned, I believe, along with the having a partner who died as well after being together for 2 years.
You
I can't remember if the dog dying was it pre yaoi section or post yaoi section, but like that's happened.
Even break that childish character, and then that poor
Boobs.
individual gave
Calling trans men big milky titties and equating them to female. I don't. Okay, saying trans men have big milky titties, like I don't think they're saying they have female tits. Just be sexualization, okay? It's just like I don't fucking.
so much more of their time than they should have, and all you could do was.
You knock it off. You are literally putting way too much thought into something that literally is not that complicated or that deep. I highly doubt that this really offends that many trans people. I really don't think they give a shit. Boys also have big milkies. You really aren't. Are my fiancés saying hi to the cats? I got distracted. I'm like, it's just, having to read this with other people in the house. I'm like, oh my god, kill me. Reach. Okay.
Diminish not only their offense, but trans people everywhere.
My friend Libby and another person in the commentary community is working on a video right now going over Omnia's entire videos, combing through it and showing about every point where she lied. And
Getting your friends to do your reaching for you kinda sounds like spiteful intent to me, Toby.
I'll be going over this very vaguely and very quickly because this video is reaching ponderous bracket and the right opinion length, and I'm not really qualified to keep your attention spans that long.
Do not mention the right opinion like you are even close to being able to handle or dish out commentary on his kind of level, much less criticism. I got a fun story for you, Toby. Tro, Pyrocynical, PewDiePie, Shane Dawson, all your little heroes, they wouldn't touch your channel with a 10-foot pole.
So until next time, I'm Toby. I will not be speaking on this anymore. Also, I'm an egg. So goodbye.
All right, Toby, you're an egg. Well, guess what I need to make my omelets? You want to talk about being done with this? Okay, Toby, you've gotten every single chance from so many people, and yet you still want to stick here and die on the hill of your opinions. You didn't take any real responsibility, except for, you know, talking about a few word choices, things like that. You showed me my goodwill is wasted here, so I will take it anywhere but here. Goodbye, Toby. And if your friends publish that little mockumentary on Omni, hope you know I'll tune in and do the same shit again. Maybe I'll even team up with Kai and Omni for that one. But yeah, I thought I should make this video as a follow-up. Again, this is subject matter that affects me, offends me, and that I feel like I needed to add my voice to. Anything to bring awareness on the right side. The real right opinion.
Okay, for music flashbang. Okay. I totally agree. I'm like, oh, Amogus!
I made this
Okay,
video.
okay. That's the next thing we're gonna be doing. But first, yes, or BRB. Bam! BRB screen. I need to feed the kitties real quick. Oh, the music's over. No. Oh no, because I started the middle one. Okay, but I didn't. Okay. I'll be right back. Probably like 5 minutes, possibly. You can go take your bathroom breaks and all that. Then we'll head back to this video, the Harley TBS one, and then we'll be back next week with the. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Lynn video. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see when Do pops on if she's streaming today. That'll determine if I cut off like early or not. If not, then we'll see. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go feed the cats before they decide to murder me. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I need to also grab something to feed myself. Grab myself some naan and hummus. So I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I will make sure to mute. I do eat. But there's not as many screenshots in this video. I'm gonna turn this down. Give me 1 second. Fiance is like, hey, can you do something for me real quick? And I'm like, I am streaming right now, but I'll do it. Give me a second. Thank you, I'm back. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I wish I had like a thing that turns down like even further. Just because I want it like barely in the background, but like I just can't crank it down low enough without losing it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute it for now. Gaming. There we go. Probably gonna have this. Let me turn this off. I'm not playing anything right now. If I do, I'll turn it back on. Now I need to figure out where I'm gonna place my Fugi. I should probably put right here. Right next to chat. The cats are currently wandering / eating their food. They'll probably be back eventually when they want to take their nap. Okay, yep. I believe you, Kairos. It's definitely gonna be something that's like a next Saturday thing, definitely. That'll give me a chance to update my thumbnail and think of a new title. Cause like right why did I do that? I had like I'm so like clucky brained.
To consider the other side of a debate that seems long concluded. This video is not a defense of Peaches or an attack against the people who levied criticism against her. Instead, this video is made with the intention of looking at both sides of an argument,
Look, I have a thumbnail prepared for Kumo's 9-hour video. Let me see. Give me a second. I can see if I can share that real quick. You know what? I didn't know. I'm very happy. Found that the Canva has like a desktop app, and I'm like, fuck yeah. I don't have to worry about my browser like shitting the bed when I am trying to like do like a lot of things. If I can share it, me here. No video capture. I need to go to crop browser. Yes, there we go. Bam. This is the Kumu thumbnail. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Kumu. I think it's probably when I get like a better fucking what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Grasp of the overall drama. I can see like what specifically his issue was with the FCK and stuff like that. Like 9 hours, I don't know if it's definitely gonna be a multi-part thing. But I'm like, do I want to do multi-part and multi-part, or is it just gonna be its own thing? Anyway, we're going back to here. Then we're gonna go that. My fiance asked me to do something for him. Oh no, does this guy have drama too? November Ranger that I didn't know about. Is nobody untainted from drama? Kill me.
That there are always two sides of the story. In this video, I want to hear Peaches' side, so before you go straight to the dislike button, this video is just a viewpoint. I'm making this video because I feel it's important that you have all the information so you can make an informed judgment about everything claimed against Peaches. I feel whatever viewpoint you hold, you'll walk out of this video knowing more than you went into it with, which is always a benefit. However, if you're one of those who are scared of other opinions and will send hate to anyone who doesn't agree with you, go right ahead. This video is made with the intent of educating, not arguing. I got a lot of information from this video by speaking directly to many of the content creators involved, including Creepshow, Peaches, and so many more. And I also commissioned Peaches for sprites. That doesn't mean she has any control over this video. And at the end of the day, whatever viewpoint you hold on Peaches, I believe she shouldn't be cancelled because I do not believe she has done anything worth losing her whole channel and support over. And what she has done can be learned from for the future. I also intend to provide some well-needed criticism to the many other creators who did not speak up,
Bonk.
being exposed, or filtered down their defense of Peaches for the sake of saving face with other content creators. Those creators put their own reputation.
No, Blarna, but Blarna, that's not going to be just a 9-hour stream. That's going to be like a 12-hour stream because I need it. I have to. It just I don't. Just does he read the screenshots? That's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of like dissociating and like reading screenshots. Just being like, what the fuck? Keep closing that. Okay. Oh, I will turn it up. Thank you for letting me know. If it okay, so if it's okay, so it is loud for me. If it's low for you, let me know because it's definitely my fault. Let me just shrink this a little bit. Actually, no, I don't need to shrink this. I'm gonna just do this. Oh, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because the cats are using it up there. They're in this window. If I do oh, you know what? Maybe that will be the 100 stream. I'm gonna be animating and then fucking watching the Akumu stream thing. I'll have to get permission from my fiance since it's gonna be on a Saturday. Like, hey honey, I'm gonna be streaming all day tomorrow, Saturday. Derp.
And I believe there's a conversation.
Look, okay. Side note. Right now, I am binge watching the Dark Shadows TV show because a couple years ago, it was like, I think it was beginning of the pandemic, like a little bit post-pandemic, went back to work. I would just like have the Dark Shadows, the original 1960s Dark Shadows TV show on my phone, and I'd just be watching it. And I got to like episode 300-ish, and I'm like, man, I should fucking make a video on this. And then I'm like, 5 years later, I'm like, oh shit. 45 years later, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I was doing that because I was checking some old scripts of mine, and it was like partly done, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to actually go back and rewatch that show again. Well, I'd say finger quotes rewatch, but the show is over 1,000 episodes long, and I only got to like episode 300. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do that. But right now, I'm like episode 20 in. I will say so far with the show, it's the acting can be rough, but like my biggest criticism of the show, it is very slow. So I have to put it on 1.5 speed because it's like 22 minutes, but it's like, you know, the show 24. But imagine the show 24 if it was just about like some rich assholes that live on a hill and their shitty lives. It's just like, oh man, 24 hours are passing real time in this fucking show. And it's a whole season. Oh man, I got past Water 7 in One Piece and I still haven't gone back. Like, is Water 7 and then like a fucking the return to that like the ocean city, and just like it's like a currently filler right now, and I'm like, do I want to go back right now? Part of me's like, man, I just download One Piece. Now it makes shit way more easier than having to sit through like recaps and like the endings. Like, man. Okay, let's go back.
As I hope you now know, there is a lot to understand and learn from the Peaches situation, so without further ado, let's delve into the Hopeless Peaches documentary. But before this video begins, I want to mention that I'm on my way to 25,000 subscribers. Sadly, I was held back from making this video because of my now resolved dispute. Even if you don't stick around, I've also got a Twitter too.
I don't
if you
care.
Want to check that out because my old one got suspended, I'd appreciate it. She posted videos about art community drama,
There you go.
personal life experiences, and answering questions. This was until 3 months ago when a particular other drama hit its climax, and the attention turned on Peaches. But before I go further, I believe it's in my best interest to discuss that particular drama and provide some context as to what happened. Tobi is an artist with almost 40,000 subscribers. Tobi makes content discussing her personal experiences with situations similar to Peaches and talks about drama from Twitter, YouTube, and the general art community. This situation started because Tobi called out a particular artist because they drew underage characters in their pornography. Tobi labeled this person a pedophile, saying anyone that drew art in this way was a pedophile, which in itself is obviously not an extreme sentence. It's a belief that many people hold. The issue starts because Tobi was then exposed for doing the exact same thing, and by her own definition, basically being a pedophile. People dragged Tobi for being a hypocrite, including one particular YouTuber, that being Prismate Luke. In Luke's video, he labels Tobi a lot of things, and although he makes his points poorly, he airs the sentiment that she's a hypocrite and essentially a pedophile, which, although I wouldn't label Tobi a pedophile for it, she did draw pornography of characters like Sailor Moon, and there is a question to be had there. The issue people were highlighting is that she would be a pedophile by her own definition, not by the actual definition. But this isn't the part of Luke's video I want to discuss. Instead, I'd like to highlight what Luke says about Peaches in his videos on her. So what did Luke claim about Peaches? Well, Luke made 2 videos on Peaches. I'll go through these claims and discuss them, starting with the first video. Luke's first claim is that Peaches involves herself in a bunch of drama. This is based off of the fact that Peaches comments on a video about a drama to support a fellow content creator, Norny. I think it speaks for itself how little this point means, so I'll just skip over it. Luke also claims Peaches sympathy baits because she talks about taking mental health breaks, and this point can be broken down quite easily. Peaches has depression. Peaches also has medication. People have good days and bad days. Peaches probably just hadn't decided to actually take a break, was scared to take breaks, or didn't actually end up taking those breaks because she felt better after taking medication. It's really ignorant to claim someone is sympathy baiting purely because they took a mental health break. It shows how little Luke actually looked into Peaches for his first video, and a point to note here is, in the video, why is the Tobi drama still going? Luke claims this is suicide baiting, not sympathy baiting like in his first video on Peaches. Whether this is an intentional change or not, it should be noted that this changes the narrative of his claims in his first video. Luke then claims that Peaches made a bunch of serious tweets.
Thank you for that info, Kairos. This puts some things in perspective why specifically Luke's video takes up such a huge chunk of this.
About her mental health, noting her tweet reading, "I'm done, goodbye." Luke highlights this tweet and describes it across his videos as suicide baiting, which isn't what suicide baiting is. She never once claims in this tweet she's going to take her life. Obviously that was what the tweet was referring to. Peaches has said as much herself, but it's very clear Peaches was and is mentally unstable. She was obviously struggling at the time with her mental health, and she has been since. I've spoke to Peaches, and I hate to discuss this, however, Peaches even recently attempted to overdose. Peaches isn't in a good headspace, and do you want to know something that you should never do when someone is in a bad headspace? Make an expose video on them.
Oh, sorry, Zanti. I saw that and I turned it up a bit more. What? You let people online know you tried to overdose? What the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh my god. Also, cool. They're playing Raft. I like Raft. I play Raft a lot with my fiance. Well, used to. Play a lot of Raft together.
When they can't defend themselves. Peaches shouldn't have posted this tweet, but that's not a criticism of her. She was having a breakdown. People don't think logically when they're having a breakdown, and most people would post something publicly to tell their fans, as has been seen with many high-profile creators taking their lives, like the late and loved Etika, and more recently of Apollo Legend. Don't attack people when they're down, it'll only spur themselves to cause more harm. Luke then claims Peaches lied about him, that apparently what she had to say turned from an apology to an attack at Luke. This is such a disingenuous way to explain and frame this. Peaches apologized for what she felt guilty for, and criticized you for what you did wrong, would be the correct way to frame Peaches' actions. Luke always cuts context to change the story, and that can be seen here too. Luke then uses a screenshot from Peaches talking about how people were attacking her because she didn't die, which was a poor way of wording it from Peaches, but Luke claims she's lying about what he said in his video, and I feel he completely misunderstands what she's trying to say here. Peaches is saying that because she didn't go through with taking her life, she's being called a suicide baiter, and Peaches is absolutely correct. Look at all the messages
I
she
agree,
gets sent daily.
Blarna.
It's clear that Peaches has been labeled a suicide baiter, even from yourself. The second screenshot Luke uses to show Peaches talking about people, not even claiming it was Luke, reading, "All these bigger channels seem to agree that I'm a scumbag because I didn't die," and Spockter says this well in his video, "This is self-deprecating, Luke. She's criticizing herself, and she's blaming herself for not dying. She believes she wouldn't be getting this hate and would be better off dead. Peaches has said so herself on multiple occasions." Luke very clearly misunderstands what she's saying. Luke then leaks DMs between him and Peaches, claiming she was attacking him, which is not the case at all. She provides him more context on the situation and critiques his cover.
Alright. As I'm getting involved with an army I have gone into, that is my comment community and Twitter posts that you are tagged. Okay. These are ones that Peaches went over in her video. Alright.
Plain and simple. Luke also claims she threatened him with a video. Like, what? What is your point, Luke? She said she would make a video responding to the claims you made against her. That's the logical thing for someone to do. If anything, it comes across like she's warning you. It's a good thing to remember here that Peaches even states she would rather this be in DMs. And by that same conclusion, didn't you threaten me when you said you wouldn't take down your videos about me unless I did everything you asked? Or is it different when you do it, Luke?
Sorry. I was muted when I was buying that apple. My bad, sorry.
Conclusion, didn't you threaten...
Apologies for that. Okay. Alright, drink a little bit. Man, is it just me or the ACC is like so fucking soul draining and tiring? Like, what the fuck? Alright. All is good. My fiance stopped by the grocery store yesterday, and I'm like, hey, can you pick me up some stuff? And I'm like, oh man, I need some, like, naan and hummus. Okay, let's see. I got garlic hummus. You know, I have the ingredients to make my own. I just don't. I'm very lazy when it comes to making food that takes a long ass time to make. You have to kind of like pre-make it. Because I know with hummus you have to soak the chickpeas and then overnight, and then there's other things you have to do. Yeah. Like there was like so fucking much. I'm just taking a mental I'm taking a mental break from this for like 1 second. Just like Okay. A second. Yeah, the only like hummus I don't like touch is like Sabre or Sabe or whatever, because that one tastes like ass. Oh man. This is that scene from Saving Private Ryan. It's like, man, when you before you find out about the ACC and after you find out about the ACC. No, I'm having fun. It's just like maybe I'm a little tired. Maybe I assume. Also, it was very fucking annoying having to like parse through Kai's like DM like footage because it was so ass. It was just like making me like my eye twitch. Anyways, let me have to read this. Okay. You gonna take those down yet? Still waiting. Prismate Luke. I don't feel comfortable moving on if you're going to just block what the victim have to tell you. They aren't even involved in our drama, question mark. And I've heard what they had to say. It's over. Situation over. I don't need to reply to them or anything to hear what they said, question mark. I've listened to them. I took it in. I feel they said some very dumb things as well and went after me for no reason on certain things, but that's it. I heard what they have to say, and I've left it there. A couple things. One, they do have to deal with our drama or our drama. The main reason I made my first video on you was because of this. 2, you didn't fully hear them out. You blocked the victims instead of listing them. I'm not comfortable with that. Alright, I'll unblock them. Sent them a friend request. What did Harley do? Isn't there like Spockter situation where they were being accused of something at the beginning and then they did something, or I don't know.
Me when you said you wouldn't take down your videos about me unless I did everything you asked? Or Is it different when you do it, Luke? Luke then says Peaches claims he portrayed her as gross. Once again,
Okay, okay.
twisting
So
her
we
words,
read
because
that.
in his own screenshot, Peaches says his portrayal of her was quite gross, which is true. Luke also says Peaches claims he said she didn't have a mental illness. Once again, misunderstanding that the point she was making is that he claimed she was a suicide beta when she showed herself to be on medication, and you should never, ever call someone a suicide beta unless you have the evidence to actually prove so. Despite Luke's disclaimers that he does believe she has a mental health issue, it is undermined by simultaneously calling a suicide attempt baiting, which heavily implies you believe it to not be truthful, especially coupled with how it is painted as a form of defense against criticism. I think it's really immature of Luke to publicly share a DM that did not need to be brought up in a video just to try and make Peaches look worse, purely because, as he said, she was working on a video about him, which is exactly the same thing Luke tried to do to me, literally to the letter. I said I was making a video criticizing him, and the next day he'd
Alright.
exactly the same thing Luke tried to do to me, literally to the letter. I said I was
Okay. The first of many mistakes I have to point out in your video. I hate to do this to you, man, but you made a mistake, and there are so many more. Why are you digging to make a video about me? What do you mean digging? I asked around for shots. Bro, why did you send him like I'm making a video on you? Why did you do that? If you don't like this guy, why you do that?
making a video criticizing him, and the next day
Hi, can we call my dude? What for? I gotta warn you. About what? You'll see. It's 3 AM. I can't really call. Just real quick. Can you just explain by text? Not sure.
he'd started digging for dirt. These DMs did not need to be mentioned at all. It was a private argument between you two.
Like, bro,
really
it's
childish
3
of Luke to
AM.
show an
Like,
argument at
chill.
Peaches sharing her thoughts privately, and then acting like Peaches was attacking him, when at that point, Peaches hadn't even mentioned his name publicly. Luke then mentions Peaches contacting him privately again, when she
Hello, sorry, baby. Okay, so we already saw this as well.
a bad stigma, and he claims that she's the one always using it for pity, when Peaches actually does have mental health issues that affect her every day and change how she perceives the world. When Luke claims she's overblowing criticism,
okay.
that's how he views it. It's so much different when you're in a bad headspace, and seeing any hate makes you think everyone is turning on you. But Luke knows this, because he's done the
Alright. I watched a lot of it. I did not go good for you, man. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, now Harley, I didn't go good on the it didn't go good on the stream. I was having a panic attack. I should have never joined the call. I went on the stream with the intent of apologizing. Aiden made it into a war. Yeah, I didn't know you were having a panic attack, but I thought you were just nervous. Oh, it fucked me up mentally. Fucked me mentally. I thought that my channel, which I spent years on, was fucked. To be fair, a lot of people that joined either hated you or wanted drama because that's what they do. Yep, Demonic was vibing. Hope you're better now.
same thing with me in the past, when I spoke to him about a drama I was in. He knew how much it was affecting me, and I apparently wasn't overblowing it back then, so how is Peaches overblowing it when she gets name-dropped and called out in a video with 200,000 views? Luke then brings up Peaches' experiences with other people, claiming that she has a history of screwing other people over, and Luke then brings up Creepshow Art's story, which, may I just say, really doesn't show much evidence of any of the claims Creepshow makes. I don't get why Luke would just believe every word said about Peaches, but okay. Luke, however, does put Creepshow Art's video with evidence in the description later down the line. All this does show is a level of haste and a lack of research on your part, which further solidifies that this video was made.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I don't know if is it the Aiden who has like the Robert Downey, not the Robert Downey Jr. Holy shit, Chris, no. Oh no, I completely forgot his name. Okay, whatever. My brain is like soup right now. I'm like, what? Okay. That specific PFP. My brain. Bleh. My bad. Sorry. I'm just rambling now.
Strike against any video Peaches would make as a response. It is to be noted that in later videos, Shannon has still yet to provide screenshots of Peaches doing as she claims in the video. Luke then brings up Creepshow's experiences with Peaches, where Creepshow claims that because a collaboration did poorly.
Okay, I don't know why. Do you want me to make a video on my channel? It'll be on anything you want. I'll give you all the ad revenue and I can promote your channel as well. You're too nice. My boring ass tanked your views though last time. Daphne told me not to do that again because of how bad I affected you. Okay, we didn't get this. Okay.
He just got mad at Creepshow, which is simply untrue. I looked over the DMs with Creepshow and Peaches.
Yes. That's that Aiden. That's the one I was trying to remember.
at them, Peaches is blaming herself for how poorly the video did, basically saying she doesn't want to cause Creepshow to have more poorly performing videos. Peaches is once again self-deprecating. This is a pattern of behavior that seems quite prominent, which can cause issues. However, considering the bond Shannon expresses they had, it is harder to overlook this as being a miscommunication than with Luke, who may not be understanding of this type of behavior. Peaches does make a claim about...
Okay. Basically, Peanut did a review of my channel and a call with himself and his friends, Oliver's piece, and in it he asked if I did any collabs. I said, yeah, then pointed to Shannon's channel. He pointed how the views suffered due to it not being a collab, but because she was broadcasting my content on her channel, and that's why I mentioned it, as Shannon was promising the same thing as before.
Daft Peanut here. Daft Peanut claims that Creepshow's video did poorly because it was basically Peaches' video on Creepshow's channel. Creepshow also claims that Peaches criticized Creepshow's video on Jacqueline Hill, a video that Creepshow recognizes isn't the best, and Peaches soft blocked her, which is definitely a rude thing to do to a friend. However, I don't blame her for it. You don't have to be friends with someone, and when Creepshow claims Peaches started talking bad about her, the evidence is very lackluster. Peaches makes vague tweets not even mentioning Creepshow. Luke claims Peaches makes vague tweets about Creepshow at spite, showing Peaches replying to VidCon talking about inspirational female creators, saying, now isn't that a sore topic? Like, what kind of relevance does this have to anything? Creepshow also claims that Peaches spoke to other creators venting about her experiences with Creepshow, which, while rude and disrespectful, isn't something Creepshow has the right to say Peaches is in the wrong for doing. Peaches doesn't have to like you or talk positively about you. She's allowed to talk about her experiences with you, positive or negative. Can we not make that into a flaw of Peaches? Everybody vents about their experiences with a friend. That happens, and everybody falls out in a friendship, and then they normally end up recuperating. I mean, me and you used to be friends, Luke, till I criticized you, and you made a video exposing me. So, do you have a right to criticize Peaches for doing the same thing you did? I mean, what you did to me was arguably multiple times worse. Also, on that whole topic of friends usually talking it out with each other, Peaches attempted to do so after Shannon's addressing my faults video.
Okay. I sent you a civil and hopeful message just before all this too, saying you your critique instead of covering it myself because I have hope for you. Sorry I left and sorry that hurt you, but sadly it feels like it's probably for the best. Alright.
She tried to speak to Shannon and resolve everything, or at least explain her side, apologizing and trying to solve their disagreements. That doesn't ever get mentioned again by Creepshow or anyone else. Actually, Creepshow told me in emails and said publicly that neither she or Camilla ever got an apology from Peaches in the first place. That is an outright lie, because Camilla received 3 apologies from Peaches, 2
Okay, let's slow this down, my friend. Also, I don't know much about Daft Peanut. The only reason I know about that name is just because I watched PK Russell at one time.
That is an outright lie, because Camilla received 3
Okay. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a really messy post, although I don't know. Okay. You misspelled sorry for lying about you selling posters and lying about... Well, I mean, she may have done 3 separate sorries, but apparently Camilla didn't accept them. At least from this.
apologies from Peach.
I apologize. I'm sorry for not straight up asking you if that's what we were doing was alright. We assumed it correctly on both ends, so we cool and blowing things up at first, I guess. That's better than not at all. Oh no, we're cool. I'm just trying to get this gut-wrenching feeling off my stomach. Okay, so she didn't accept the first one, she accepted the second one?
Cheers.
My confession read, thank you. Like, okay, so... Of these two, which one's the older one? This is from 2021, so this is much older than these, so they... Okay.
2 publicly and 1 privately, but I'll discuss that later. Creepshow also did get an apology, which I'll discuss in the criticism section. Luke also claims Peaches went around slandering Creepshow when Creepshow was just a small channel, ignoring the fact that Creepshow literally had more subscribers than Peaches. This is less malicious lying and more miscommunication between Luke and Shannon. However, considering that they were in close contact, it should have been an error ironed out before the final video. At the time of Shannon and Peaches' disagreement in March, Shannon was at 300,000 subscribers and Peaches was at 30k. Luke also twists this into Peaches talking behind Creepshow's back about her and slandering her when Creepshow didn't know. Like most people don't know when someone is discussing their issues with them.
What, Carapace? Did the second Nezzy monster hit the tower and I didn't even know it was there in the first place? Oh my god. Fucking kill me.
People don't have to tell you everything they dislike about you, and they're allowed to talk to others about their issues with you. That's pretty normal. Well, now I'd like to go to Luke's second video and discuss that, because I believe there's a lot more to discuss here, including Camilla's claims, and I'll skip over everything previously mentioned and just mention the significant points I have arguments to respond with. Firstly, Luke claims Peaches continued to lie about him after his first video. He then provides a screenshot of Peaches actually clarifying on what was
Okay. I'll respond to the accusation about me in due time. Until then, Creep Short has never screamed at me or harassed me. If anyone is spreading rumors about her like that, stop. I never went after her reputation. I got overwhelmed and did walk away. As I said in my DM to her, I'm sorry I did that. Luke has not said I should just die. I have said to many people I know that. I was just upset that I had hefty allegations about me because I didn't go through with offing myself. Oh, thank you, Kairos. I don't believe Shannon has intentionally twisted things or done anything bad here, I think. But so far, the accusation seems to have gone out of control. I have not seen any proof of me going after her relationship yet. I feel like Chinese whisperers that has hurt everyone. What the fuck's that phrase? Alright, I'm just gonna move on from there. Don't harass Shannon either at all. I mean, gonna get to them
saying that
eventually.
Creepshow never screamed at her, stating that she never went at Creepshow for her reputation, which should be obvious given Peaches didn't want to damage Creepshow's numbers by collaborating again. It's clear Peaches didn't care about numbers. It can be further proven of this as, despite the continued narrative of Peaches using people for views, in the screenshots provided it was Shannon who came to the idea of airing Peaches' video on her channel, and Peaches declined, clarifying that Luke never said he wanted Peaches to die, and saying that she didn't believe Shannon had intentionally twisted things or done anything actually bad. Where is the lie that Luke is claiming was said here? This feels like Peaches just pointing out the mistakes in what Luke claimed about her. Now, I'm going to completely switch focus here, from Luke's video, because it's bad, directly to the claims made by Camilla about Peaches. Camilla claims that Peaches had lied about her, claiming that Peaches...
Oh, okay. I'll make a note of that. Iris. Oh, Queen Seraphina. Okay. Any of the side characters we have to keep track of? Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll add to my list once we're done with streams. I don't have to bring it up and interrupt shit. But I need to step back for a second because I missed screenshots.
Camilla about Peaches. Camilla claims...
Okay. I talked to her and asked her many times why did she do that? Why lie about everything? She was always dismissive about it, and never once did she legitimately apologize, as in trying to right her wrongs. She apologized, finger quotes, by writing a full paragraph of how the situation has affected her mental health and how her depression made her feel bad. Not once did she clear up that what she stated in her post was false. Not a single time did she say, you know what, we did agree to this and I did lie about all this, because she'll never own up to her mistakes. I responded to her apology by saying how she never stated that what she said was all a lie and instead victimized herself.
Claims that Peaches had lied about her, claiming that Peaches and Camilla had worked on a collaboration art piece together, and when Camilla sold said piece, Peaches very quickly went after Camilla, claiming Camilla was using her to sell artwork without consent, and that Peaches already knew said art piece would be sold. Camilla also claims Peaches made several threads dogging her in the art community, and that Peaches has said she was never credited in said piece. I'll go through these point by point. Camilla claims that she had consent to sell this piece. She did not. Her and Peaches had only briefly even discussed the prospect of...
Okay, let's see this. Well, if you want to record it, maybe I could try and do a cool glitch tail poster type of drawing. Like, I've done a Betty slash Amber reflection collab with Kitmast, though his computer broke midstream, tongue out face. I'll do some doodles and see what comes out the best. Oh, I was thinking on making art relating Betty and Amber so I could sell it as a poster and stuff like that, or as a shirt design. I just haven't come up with a nice concept. So something for a poster or a t-shirt. Here's what I'm gonna do a little bit of dying.
Of selling said piece and had never gone into any detail about this. This seems like a misunderstanding. However, Camilla should know this, but she refuses to acknowledge that and instead tries to blame Peaches. So Camilla lied here. There's further evidence to show Peaches had told this point of view to Camilla. So it should not have been a point that she just didn't consider. Camilla talks about the
Thank you, Kairos. I was just having a fucking moment to myself. Oh my god. You know, I was just having a moment to myself being very pissed off, like, why the fuck you take the screenshot in light mode? Also, why wouldn't you zoom in on this? Because it's impossible to fucking read. Oh my god. Sorry. It was just me, like, being upset silently. You see my avatar bouncing? Pro streamer here. Pro streamer. Alrighty. Just fucking... I can't read that.
Point of view to Camilla, so it should not have been a point that she just didn't consider. Camilla talks about the thread Peaches...
Why not to collab with Camilla Cuevas? Okay. They're a creator, a channel with 660k subscribers who already would be getting lots of money in ad revenue for our collaboration anyways, would undermine a small creator's work they had done for them for free. I'm not asking for money from her, simply to be not used any longer. However, since she had outright stated my work meant nothing and profited off nothing, I would be fighting through this to stop her from thinking she could use a small creators with no following to make money from. If Camilla Cuevas asks you for collaboration, do not take it. She has robbed me of a lot of money. Well, you said she didn't rob you of money. What the fuck? Ugh. So cursed. Oh, Pippi. What, Pippi? What? You got food? I can't give you belly rubs right now. You have to wait. You have to wait like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, let's see about the poster and I know what they were finding. Okay.
Made calling her out, like Peaches was in the wrong for doing so, when, as mentioned, Camilla did sell Peaches artwork without consent, which she can be criticized for. Maybe Peaches shouldn't have made her thread. However, Peaches was a small artist who'd never worked with a bigger artist before, and she had a lot of people telling her they experienced similar things, so Peaches spoke out. She had a right to speak out, and if Camilla had an issue with what was said, she should have talked it out with Peaches in private. Peaches did later apologize for how she handled this situation, and how she falsely claimed she wasn't credited. Peaches apologized 3 times actually, for everything said about her. However, on the first apology, Camilla responds, "You misspelled, sorry for lying about you selling posters and lying about you not crediting me. Surely this will clear up all the lies you've made to defame my name." Which is a very insane contrast to Camilla's new response to Peaches' public apology, where she says that no one is in any position to deny someone's apologies, just to accept them and move on, which is an incredible change from public to private. It's clear Camilla is playing a very manipulative game here, to look good for the public, while treating Peaches extremely poorly. What changed that made this apology so much different from the previous one, and why is it now a fine apology, and nobody has the right to deny it?
I didn't know
when
that,
before,
Kairos.
Camilla was denying Peaches' apology. I genuinely believe Camilla is acting very manipulative here, and I wouldn't be surprised if people like Camilla go off on me now, purely for saying my thoughts on that. Camilla finally makes the claim that Peaches bullied her to the point of needing hospitalization. Two issues here, so I'll break it down. Camilla has not shown any proof of this bullying taking place. Peaches apologized publicly twice for her initial demeanor post on Camilla, and then everything else is hearsay. Camilla shows one screenshot of bullying, however...
Alright. Helpless neck knows. She's so freaking short, what the hell? Stalk her and talk smack. You know what? Oh. Sad face, you know what? You should have told her. So if someone asked you out, you never knew you wouldn't reject them? Crying, I'm sorry, bye. Traces all her references. Okay, she traces all her references, but just really badly to the point that it's not even following the lines. LOL. Peaches says bad at art.
You can't see who is being named. Oh, except if you read the bottom. It was more self-deprecative humor. It was aimed at Peaches herself. There are numerous accounts of Camilla stirring up drama and harassment towards Peaches back in 2018, not the other way around. At Peaches herself, there are numerous...
Yeah. Yeah, Samantha. It seems like that so far. Amber's name was never mentioned in human history. Camilla Cuevas removed Amber / Betty's reflection art speed. Paint from DeviantArt too, because Hopeless Peaches caused some problems. Amber owned a doll when she was younger. Oh, okay.
Numerous accounts of Camilla stirring up...
Okay. Rambito Peaches. I couldn't believe you still stating it. Camilla Cuevas. When did I say that? I said you had a mental problem because you do seem to be troubled. Some sort of illness. Being depressed all the time, looking for comfort from others constantly. Hi, Cammy, how are you doing? Literally everyone seems to be depressed, to be honest. Drew, it might be the best time. I'm not.
Harassment towards Peaches back in 2018, not the other way around. There are instances of Camilla discouraging people to work with Peaches, calling her a pathological liar, a bad artist.
Oh, wait a minute. What is the real Dark Matters reacts? You don't need a pathological liar working with you. Oof. She's gonna sue you, Lamau. Ah, yes, Tony, I'm the real deal.
And even claims she will sue them. There are more instances of Camilla...
Oh. Mino again? No, she's gonna do commit suicide. What is it then? Dang. No joke. I'm gonna tell you, Kit. Oh well, then I won't have to ban her at least. At Kit Mash Kit. Okay. Well, I don't know what that
even her moderators
saying.
wishing death upon her. Despite Camilla's claim that Peaches sent her to hospital with no evidence of any bullying, Camilla also claims Peaches used her mental health against her, despite no evidence of this. Luke's initial claim on Peaches was that she would use her mental health as a shield against criticism, despite the dates of the criticism to the mental breakdown not lining up. However, in this situation, Luke pulls a 180 and supports someone actively blaming a breakdown on a person. Considering in my own drama, Luke would claim I pushed someone into being suicidal, he seems to be consistently inconsistent. But now I'll let Just a Robot, or Jar, explain how Luke's claims can affect others and his thoughts.
Oh no, not Jar!
So, take it away.
I said sorry multiple times. I avoided saying sorry, I'm but. People wanted me to say sorry directly to Kai and Omnia, so I did in a video. Literally the next day, Prismate Luke made another video on me. People want me to move on, but it's pretty hard when everybody else can talk about me, but I can't do squat. I'm tired of people asking me to apologize when I already have. While Prismate Luke hasn't apologized for anything he has done to Harley, me, Hopeless Peaches, or anyone else he has lied about. Prismate Luke's channel is not about helping others improve, or bringing new evidence to the table. It's all about making someone look worse than they really are, and taking the least charitable interpretation possible. But he's always talking about someone who's either really hated or has done a lot of bad things, so no one questions him on it. And if you do question him on it, well, you've seen what happened during the Tobi situation. While mine and Nani's videos weren't really that great, it gave Luke no right to lie about me, and especially no right to lie about Nani, making her look like she was defending Tobi and excusing all of her actions. We've seen what happened during the Lexit situation, where Harley and Just Stop just wanted to look into it deeper than Prismate Luke did.
We're just gonna try to get past this as fast as
Like
possible.
defending Lexit and excusing her actions. So he's gonna try to mislead people into thinking that this video is a defense of Hopeless Peaches that excuses all of her actions. You have lied about me saying I said the Confederate flag wasn't racist when I never once said that. You have lied about me saying I've said the hard R N-word multiple times in multiple videos, even though I think I've said it like in 1 or 2 videos. You said my
Did you hear that? I'm just gonna slow that down. I'm gonna go back.
Even though I think I've said it like
Go back again one more time.
the hard RN word multiple times in multiple videos. Even though I think I've said it like in 1 or 2 videos.
Bro. Bro, why would you include Jar and let him say this shit in your video? Edit it out. You did say the N-word. You said the N-word. God damn. Oh, you only said it twice. It's not that bad. I'm like, oh, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
You said my friend's avatar, Professor Dreadlock, and yeah, it's
Oh,
Professor
Professor Dreadlock!
not Professor Dreadlock.
Like mentioned, ah!
Locks, which a lot of people are saying, was just a black-faced version of myself. And you said I claimed that my black avatar was literally me in blackface. Now, I don't believe I said that that's literally me in blackface. But you need to look up what blackface is. Putting on black makeup is blackface. Having
Bro, address the blackface allegations in this. What the fuck? Is it about you? This is fucking hilarious, though. You just... Damn.
a black avatar with exaggerated black features is blackface. This avatar is not fucking blackface. You claim that I said that black people treat gay people the worst when I never once said that. I just said there's a lot of homophobia in the black community that we almost never talk about. Can I be culturally insensitive sometimes? Sure. But if you go off the definition of racism, I'm not racist. I don't discriminate against people, and I don't believe there's a biological difference between the races unless it has to do with getting sunburned. But I'm pretty sure that's a biological fact. You claimed I ran to my YouTube friends for help, like Joshua Montag. You'll talk about him, but you'll ignore my other 2 editors who explain the whole black SpongeBob thing, which is a black SpongeBob and is not blackface SpongeBob. It doesn't have exaggerated black features, it's just black. I didn't ask Joshua to insert himself into my videos, he does it himself. He did ask for permission, and I said yes, but I never ran to him and asked him for help. Which doesn't even make sense. Why would I ask a channel way smaller than me for help? Is it because you later did that yourself, when you ran to Harley's friend for help? And yes, he did admit that you came to him first. You didn't want to look like a child abuser fighting a 16-year-old, so you got someone else to help you. Then you claimed that Harley and Braxton were child abusers. I thought 16-year-olds were kids and not teens now. I'm tired of people thinking that Luke is just making stupid mistakes. I'm pretty sure he's doing it on purpose. If he was making stupid mistakes, he would try to do everything in his power to correct it as soon as possible, but he's not doing that. How hard would it be to make a community post correcting his misinformation about Harley and Just Stop, and then removing the 2 videos he made about Harley, or at least leaving a pinned comment under them? He puts in no effort at all whatsoever because he's lying. I would like to go over more of the things Prismate Luke has gotten wrong, but if I did that,
I hope you're having a good morning, Cloudy. I'm suffering through Jar.
On Luke is this: don't announce it, because we've seen what happened with Harley and Hopeless Peaches. He'll do what he can to poison the well. If you're going to make a video on Prismate Luke, just do it. Don't announce it.
Thanks for coming on, Jar. Make sure to check out Jar below. Now, just quickly, I want to segue into something that happened very recently between me and Creepshow Art. I've been speaking to Creepshow in private, though I think it's important I say this in public as well. I am incredibly sorry for the message shared by Lovely Lena in my server. In my server, a message was shared by a person which said they hoped Creepshow Art would get COVID, and by extension, die of said disease. This was a very disgusting message shared in my server. And although I do not moderate my server and was
taking a heavy stance against racism, ableism, transphobia, homophobia. Okay, I don't need to read your fucking staff.
Sleep at the time of the message being sent, I feel I owe Creepshow a genuine apology. This message was incredibly hateful and toxic and should have never been shared in my server. That's not what my server is for, and the person who posted this message has been banned. I'm sorry. Now I want to discuss what I spoke to Creepshow about in DMs. Within this discussion, I mentioned the fact that Camilla had received an apology, and that Creepshow's claim she had not was in fact a lie, to which Creepshow responded saying she did not know that.
Oh my god, why is it so tiny? Oh fuck, okay. First off, let me bring my mic in close so I can like look at this in a decent way. Okay. First off, we both know that the apology that Peaches gave on the 4th came after my video, so I personally wouldn't consider that as a statement against what I said, or against Camilla. Her actions afterwards should not be used to judge the veracity of the statements made before, if you know what I mean. Give me a second, my eyes are like straining to read this. But here's my main thing. When someone apologized to me about something they did, when they take the time to tell me they were wrong and they regret their actions, I take that on its face. I believe people are their word when they tell me they are sorry unless they gave me reason to think they are lying. However, the apology and validates itself when the person goes on to do the same thing that they apologize for. Yes, Peaches apologized to Camilla in 2018, which is something I had no clue about. And frankly, I have never spoken one-on-one with Camilla, but in conversation with me last year, Peaches was repeating the same claims against Camilla and being incredibly conspiratorial. I haven't said. Okay, conspiratorial, going as far as to say that Camilla was wrong, working with other YouTubers to make it so she couldn't earn money on YouTube. She was still making those claims and repeating the same behavior that she had always, or she already apologized for, and the apology null, in my opinion. If the behavior had changed, had she not gone back on what she said, I would have a much different opinion. Getting Hicks with AC is insane. Yeah. I mean, Hicks, I'm trying to fucking read this. Also, not to be too much of a harpy, but seeing as I can't actually read the context of what Peaches stated in her initial apology to Camilla, I can't make a judgment call about what was stated. We are both commentary YouTubers who have seen plenty of defensive posts that say I'm sorry in them, but don't actually take accountability for their actions. And unfortunately, due to the fact that Peaches went on afterwards to repeat the lies about Camilla multiple times over past that point, it doesn't hold any water anyway. Yeah, like, yeah, Kyra's like, it'd be like, fine jar, Pippi. Pippi what? Girl. Okay, I have one line left to read, okay? The only apology that I am going to consider in regards to myself and Camilla is the one that she gave on the 4th, a day after my video came out, because the other two were clearly voided, seeing as she went back on them.
Which I personally don't believe unless Camilla didn't tell her.
Kill me.
But Creepshow definitely knew she got apologized to, so I feel it's disingenuous for her to say in the newest video that she never got an apology. I also think it's important to highlight that the point of commentary is to do research and present a case, and Shannon seems to have not separated her own personal feelings from commentary in this case. We also discussed an account of sharing hateful messages about Peaches on Twitter, calling her racist, suicide.
I was just made aware of this account that is full of full out just being hateful and disgusting. This is not the way to go about anything, and I think this is vile. Also, how fucking dare anyone state something as vicious as someone fake being groomed? If you have the time, please report this account for targeted harassment against Peaches. Thank you. Host Peaches fake being groomed. Host Peaches harassed prison mate Luke. Hopeless Peaches. Creepshow art.
Beta and the like. To which Shannon publicly denounced this account, and they deleted their account soon thereafter. So I wanted to be transparent and give credit.
For Creepshow art's sake, I will take down my account. That will not stop me. Keep an eye on her foul behavior, though, at Harley TBSYT.
Credit to Shannon for helping out with that and stopping that harassment from being sent to Peaches. I also hope that in the future, me and Shannon can continue to talk. I know this video is quite harsh in its criticism, however, most of the creators involved are creators I look up to, so I wanted to give them criticism I feel they deserve to hear, so that if they are genuine people, they can learn and improve. I don't want to force them to respond, I just hope they do actually improve from what I've highlighted, so I don't want people to send them hate. Okay, now I want to discuss the recent apologies from Peaches towards Creepshow, Omnia, Camilla, and Luke, where Peaches says that she does feel responsible and apologetic.
Oh no! Did I zoom in on this? Fucking kill me. What is this tiny bitch? Listen, just fucking scroll down, zoom in, scroll down. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Let me see if I can actually read this. Okay. This apology has taken longer than necessary to make. I understand, however, I can feel cleaning my head was the best course of action considering how messy everything was. Now my Twitter is seen as a little more by people. It's probably the right time. Oh my God. It's not hard to creep show. If you get a chance. Okay, so to creep show, I apologize for ever upsetting you. I apologize for soft blocking you after your tweet and coming across as brushing off my criticism at the time, as you are aware, as your apology for a couple of months later, so don't think I reflect on what she did now. You made a lot of claims about people, not just Jaclyn Hill, that were ill. Skip that one for your sake. Okay, I'll just skim through it like my eye. I have no fucking clue. I'll just try to speed read through it and see if I'll pull out anything that may be interesting. Just save myself some time. Okay, let's make it Daft Pina. To Camilla, I'm very sorry for my Amino post 3 years ago. Okay. To Luke, I'm sorry you took my self-deprecation as a slight to you. To Omnia, can't say much more than it's my community post, but I apologize. To What the Wood, I apologize for allowing the drama between us to get so messy. Okay, I will read this one just because I don't know who this person is, and I think this may be maybe pertinent later. Who knows? I apologize for allowing the drama between us to get so messy. We are both quite similar in some ways, so to just drop you instead of trying to work through everything was shitty. I have to admit, I did the same thing I have now learned is so toxic. So, and instead, okay, and listen to people who told me you were talking about me. That coupled with random, anonymous hate communities and my videos being flagged made me wrongly assume it may have been you. I fully admit that was so shitty, and even if I believed it, I should have kept that thought to my fucking self instead of venting about it to Creepshow Art. I'm sorry. Oh, this is to someone named What the What. WATTHEWT. Okay, I'm just gonna stop there.
The second thread is where things I want to discuss are set.
Oh, this one. Okay, I remember reading my confession. Okay. Alright, let's prepare myself. I have been trying to suppress the ugly side of myself and thought if it made sense to myself, it would make sense to others. Or because I'm upset, it means I wasn't the only bad guy. In truth, I am a bad person. I blocked Shannon. I told Toby she brushed me off. I got mad about Omni using my grooming thumbnail and just blindly assumed the comment I received about her calling me a bitch was true, and I lied about Camila Cuevas. I'm a terrible fucking person. I want to change. I think I have, and then I have an episode to this. I have an episode due to the stress of doxing allegations, and I go right back to square one. I try to write an apology, and I mean it. I do. But it's not enough. That's just, I don't know how else to say it. I just want to change and move past this. Nobody else is harmed, but I keep fucking up. Worst of all, I hurt my friends. They've been under such stress because of me. They fought due to me. They have to Okay. I'm being too sarcastic and it's making it hard to read this. They had to a server with a community tearing apart all the scenes because of me, and I can't take it. Please, I will never ever talk about any of this again, any of you again. I just want to say sorry. I want to be better, and just so sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I am the person who ruined everything. I'm the person who let things go on so long by not apologizing, let myself get heated and talk shit. I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. And cool friends. I don't know.
This thread reads like a breakdown.
My confession, secret of my immoral. Pimenta.
Heavily self-deprecates, blaming herself for everything that happened, and calling herself a terrible person. This thread highlights very clearly how mentally unstable Peaches is. She genuinely needs to look after herself. But
I mean,
this drama...
does Harley know about the age regression stuff when they're making this video? I assume not.
Would do this to anyone. Huge creators sending hundreds of thousands of people after you sounds traumatic. Not that I would know or anything. Oh wait, As someone who experienced what Peaches experienced, I can tell you firsthand how awful it is. The amount of pressure, the constant shaking, and I only experienced it for a day before people changed to my side. Peaches has spent the last 3 months constantly receiving the same hate and pressure, while everyone still thinks her to be a racist villain, an attacker, a terrible friend, a liar, a fraud, an art scammer,
Just go swim out, get
and
it.
a scumbag. When she's very obviously not racist, a villain, or barely any of the other claims really, she's just a person that's made mistakes. I feel awful for Peaches. I mean, this situation has almost cost her life multiple times now, and has put her out of a job that was going to pay for her to get a new house. The hate genuinely needs to stop, and Peaches genuinely needs to speak to professionals and focus on
Okay,
improving
thank you,
herself.
Kairos.
YouTube is a platform to express yourself, vent your thoughts, and escape from the stress of the real world. When that same platform, with all
Nah.
your fans and love, turns into a weapon used against you to attack you every day, it can be traumatizing. And I hope Peaches, now she's apologized, is allowed a second chance to try and do YouTube again. Creepshow believes she can do it, and I believe nothing she's done is genuinely worth cancelling her over. I think Peaches can return, make more videos, and get her platform back. So please, don't attack Peaches. Okay, now I want to provide some well-needed criticism to the people who I feel deserve it, so that they can improve and learn a lesson from this situation. Spoctor is a content creator who covered this situation, and the way he handled it genuinely angers me. In DMs with Peaches, he discusses how the evidence she provides him completely changes the narrative, then continues.
Okay, question. I assume this combo between them and Spoctor, Peaches and Spoctor, is
In DMs with
Spoctor's own personal drama, I believe, which makes sense. So no talk of compensation, nothing of the sort. Yiko's no compensation or anything was mentioned. That's actually fucked, which changes the narrative completely. You don't play with money like that, which was shown in the DM I sent. That's super unprofessional.
Peaches discusses how the evidence she provides him completely changes the narrative, then continues.
It happens every day, huh? I wasn't trying to dogpile in this video at all. I know you weren't, but I hope you took at least something from it. It wouldn't be good branding to be nice to me. Yeah, it's all business in the end. That's fucking weird. Like, the way when I watch like the Spoctor stuff, the way that they acted towards each other was like they didn't really know each other. Like, but it seems like they at least were like on friendly terms here.
To make his video, where he says in DMs with her that his video misses the mark and doesn't defend her at all, where he says that he has to go after her.
I apologize if this video didn't hit the exact mark. I was sure it wouldn't, haha, for you, but I have to pull strings for the sake of PR. Simply because you can't up and say Peaches not bad.
For the sake of PR.
Apologize if the video didn't hit the exact mark. Sure, whatever.
And I want to post.
Oh, okay. My bad. I misunderstood the screenshot. Okay. So this is connected to the call is this connected to the call between Peaches, Lio, and Spoctor, where Spoctor did the crinkle thingy? I assume. Let me go back to. Sorry, my fiance has texted me about lunch. I'm like, ah.
Here's the question to you, Spoctor. If you're in commentary, not to discuss your own thoughts on something, but to provide the most PR-appropriate response, maybe you should reconsider your reasons for being in commentary. I'm here, a small channel, going against tons of huge creators, with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, speaking my mind. I know someone with a platform as large as you can do the same. But you haven't. It seems you genuinely don't care about doing the right thing in commentary. You've got comfortable just sitting by the sidelines and saying the most popular opinion so that you can coast off free views and subscribers, which is unacceptable when you're handling situations that affect people's real livelihoods. The fact you claim so heavily in your video that you're trying to humanize her, while behind the scenes are doing the exact opposite, comes across as you playing the role without acting the part. I hope you learn from this. I used to look up to you. I no longer do.
Spoctor, as the ghost of Christmas future,
Oh,
your
God.
prediction almost came true. But you weren't too lazy to help. You cared too much about PR to help. You're just like Ebenezer Scrooge, but replace Tiny Tim with Hopeless Peaches.
Omnia. Your coverage of the Peaches situation is interesting, and I
cringe.
genuinely don't have the time to speak on your videos. The one thing I will speak on, however, is something I've already mentioned to you publicly in the past, to which you responded with a "someone else did it, so it's okay if I do" argument. Like, if someone else jumped off the cliff, you'd do the exact same thing. You used Peaches' thumbnail from her grooming video for your thumbnail, which, either indirectly or directly, has sent her hate from people who looked at said thumbnail and proceeded to put scrutiny on the truth of her grooming video. And you still haven't denounced said beliefs. You should change this thumbnail. It's firstly very disrespectful to use a thumbnail from such a traumatizing video for your own video, but secondly, you know the harm it's causing and don't care. This seems very disingenuous and malicious, and I'd appreciate if you changed it. I also think it relevant to mention the fact you used a screenshot from Carmen's script taken from Junkie, who betrayed the trust of Carmen and shared the screenshot without consent, and instead of looking for more context into this, you decided to share it as is and accuse Peaches of working on script and videos against you, when all this screenshot showed was one edit from Peaches, a grammar correction, which was, according to Carmen's testimony, the only edit she made. You have not addressed this publicly, and you have not corrected this claim. I would appreciate if you did so. Luke, you rush to making videos with lackluster evidence and twist points to match your narrative frequently. Focus on quality, not quantity, and make sure the points you make are backed up with facts and evidence. Don't just say everything like it's a fact when you don't have the evidence to prove it. Creepshow, you and Peaches had a falling out, which could have been recovered from, and you and Peaches have recently talked everything out. I hope for the future that you don't just jump on videos about friends purely because they criticized you, don't want to talk to you anymore, or talked about you behind your back. It feels like petty mean girls drama, and it feels incredibly immature. The fact you have denounced Tobi as a credible source, yet have used only her as a source for this claim, also comes across as if your videos were made out of anger, not genuine concern. I also feel like your approach to Carmen in your newest video, after he attempted to speak to you and talk with you, is highly petty. You declined his request to talk to you and threw out allegations without any care for other evidence. You did the same thing to Jar too. It's childish. You're an adult, you should act like one. Camilla, you and Peaches had a misunderstanding that I don't think either of you were responsible for. Peaches believed you did it intentionally, you believed you had permission, it was a mistake. But you represent Peaches like she did it intentionally and have been shown to have apparently harassed her for this. For the future, I'd say you should consider your own actions and the other side before you rush to posting something. Though, I guess the same thing could be said about Peaches. To the general community, I believe you all rushed way too quickly into believing everything your favorite creator said, whether they had proof or not, and went at Peaches way too hard. I mean, look at these messages and comments she's still receiving to this day. For the future, please think for yourselves and don't rush to attacking someone. Videos are made to criticize someone, not to send them hate. The way the general audience has acted in this situation makes me scared for the next person falsely accused of something, just like with the Salazzo situation. Wait to hear the other side. And finally, Peaches. You need to accept responsibility for what you did actually do, you need to stop apologizing for everything without changing and learning from said apology, and you need to stop posting about this and leave it in the past now. You're dwelling on a situation that should have ended weeks ago. You keep reviving the situation by talking about it and responding to comments and questions around it. Simply just stop talking about it and it'll disappear. Talking about it more will only spur more videos about it. Everyone is in the wrong in this situation, that does include you. You should recognize that when you say your apologies. Look at what you have actually done and not do the same things again. I've said a lot of criticism to you in private, but I wanted to put some here too. Now, just as a disclaimer before I end this video, I want to make it clear, as I said in the start, this video is not an attack. Not in the slightest. Nor is it a call-out, expose video, or whatever else. As I said, people shouldn't be afraid of other people's opinions and perspectives. I hope that I've at least added more context to this situation, and I hope that the criticism I have levied against these creators will allow them to improve. I've followed some of these creators from the start, and I want them to improve themselves. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate the help from Just a Robot. It means a lot.
No, don't give help to Just a Robot!
And I appreciate him for helping. I hope you have learned a lot, and I hope maybe you'll give Peaches another chance, as I don't believe this should be the end for her channel, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to consider subscribing. As I said, I'm on my way to 25,000 subscribers, which is a quarter of 100,000 at this point. It's insane that I've already hit 10k subscribers.
Okay. Whatever. Alright. Okay, we're gonna stop there for now. Okay, I will ask, is it, because I know Linlin uses a voice changer, is it worth it to watch Linlin's video on the Tobi drama? Like, I mean, like, if it gives me some,
Before we start.
Oh no! I mean, if it gives me, no, it seems like there's new stuff here. Okay, Alex, okay. Okay, so next week, we're gonna get into the Linlin's video, and then we're gonna get through Cecil McFly's video. It's gonna be oh my god, there's even there's another 4-hour one. Oh boy. Yeah, never think, Char. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by, hanging out. I'm gonna go take a nap and close my eyes because reading that small ass text just made me fucking eepy. I don't know why. But oh, the other time. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kyrez. Oh, that's actually really fucking great. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go. We're gonna do my end of stream screen. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I think Do should be streaming today. Hopefully, they're gonna be going soon. Maybe the next hour. And I'll see you guys there. Have a good day. Let's leave you some music before I close out stream.